Yeah, we're live.
Yes.
Hi, Internet. Welcome to Evrand number 77. This is a show that we do here on the Internet. My name is Ted, and this is Nerd Immersion. This is my channel. You guys may or may not know of me from the YouTube space, um, but I wanted to say hi and welcome, and we're glad that you're here. And let's play some Dungeons and Dragons, and you guys can observe. That should be a good time. Making sure that our overlay, vamping while I talk here, is all good. Yep, cool. All right, so a couple of announcements up front. We are still continue to be sponsored by good old Hero Forge. Look at this color mini. Man, look at it. She's got
Wow.
gradient wings and a little fox and a fire sword.
I don't know where he is.
Today
That's
was
small.
Treasure Tuesday, and they released new bases for the minis. And thank God one of them is a solid base, which makes 3D printing them so much easier. So if you 3D print your own Hero Forge minis, this is a revolutionary thing. But unfortunately, if you already have the files, well, you're fucked. So sorry, if you already have the files, the new bases, you have to buy the file again with the new base. But, it is what it is. They released a bunch of other stuff over, recent weeks. Like you can now do a Mind Flayer race or like a Naga race with like a snake lower half body. Very cool.
Cool.
Very cool.
So that's some things. Also, Nerd Immersion officially, as of like yesterday or this morning, I think this morning, has a Patreon page that does exist. We also have YouTube memberships, which
Yay!
nobody knows what those are because YouTube is the worst at marketing.
We got him though.
So yeah, it's like a Patreon YouTube membership where they not a rerun Prime Ambition. This is live happening right now.
Oh shit! What up?
We
So
are here.
yeah, there's a little white join button next to the subscribe button on the YouTube, which works similar in concept to a Patreon, and they are largely the same, but they offer different things. For example, now on the Patreon, if you want my notes that I took before every session that I run, those go to Patreon. So you can see those at the lowest tier. You can see what notes or I wrote or didn't write for these sessions.
The notes he took during the session.
Yeah, I think about putting my player notes down too for games that I play in, because that'd be funny to see, like, watch the whole like 2 to 3 hour session and then see like the 4 words I scribbled down on the page.
Yep.
Be like, yep. Arrows, Hector, orange, good boy, dog. Great. That's good notes. Thanks, Ted.
You could for the highest tier subscribers release Pat's notes.
Ooh.
Well, for the highest tier subscribers, they get to
Yeah.
have me run a game for them. That's what that's about.
Oh, nice.
All right, damn.
For the highest tier, they get to bring them and a group of their friends, and I run a game for all of them. There's different tiers and things. Like, if you
Nice.
want me to be a player in your game, that's a tier 2. But anyway, I'm not going to belabor Patreon and YouTube memberships, but they exist. They're out there. I'll put links in the chat as we go along here.
Nice.
However, let's talk about what happened last time on this stream. So the party received a prophecy, or they unveiled a prophecy and got the information about said prophecy, which told them the following. I'll read it all for all of you so you can have it up front here. There will come a time when all realm space will fall out of balance. When that happens, not one realm, but all, will know nothing but malice. This task is one that can't be done by the Veilguard alone. You must search out allies from far beyond your home. A warrior of water, searching for his meaning. A child reborn of fire in a place forever gleaming. Champions of heart and stone lost before their time. A minstrel from a similar place, who maybe penned a rhyme? A warrior of bone from times gone old, never called to action. A hero of light who fell in battle for choosing the wrong faction. A champion of the woodland realm who lost a powerful book. A prickly dwarf that loves to fight and also loves to cook. A lazy combatant hailing from a land that no one knows. An acolyte of death who was once a feast for crows. A wielder of the shadow's blade who likes to sleep in wagons. These are the allies you will need. Maybe also a dragon?
Maybe also a dragon.
With your allies you can save all times. And all of this is true because it rhymes. And that was the prophecy that they unveiled in the beginning of last game. And then they made the decision, okay, we found out now that our Spire, Veilguard Spire, this kind of surrogate home and new defender of the realms where we are, can actually teleport between planes to other places. And turns out the Veilguard have been around for who knows how long. And it just so happened that the previous Veilguard either died or failed or whatever, and that the Spire was left in the world they were in. So they decided to take it to this place called Secomber, and we're on the lookout to try to find really any of the heroes. They don't know who's on this list and where they're from.
Who's on first?
What?
Who's on first? We're running on straight prophecy juice right now.
Yeah, they pretty much went to Secomber and just were like, hey, you guys know any of these people? Any of this look familiar to you? And they're like, I'm sorry, what? No, here's a very vague prophecy. Do any of these people sound interesting or like you might know them? And they said,
in our defense, we didn't ask random people on the street. We asked people
or less random.
We asked at barkeep. They usually know those things.
You did ask a bartender.
I feel like that's the type of person you would ask that question, maybe. He sees a lot of people, or she.
And then a wizard. And then we talked to a wizard about it.
Yeah.
You did talk to a wizard about it.
So those are two people that would know better than most. Based on stories I've read.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, they went around to a couple temples and they made their way from Secomber to the city of Waterdeep, one that they're not familiar with at all, much larger than any place they'd ever been, and started going basically from temple to temple asking priests and priestesses for help. They met with Boris the Bear in the Elmater Temple.
How old is Boris?
Real old.
Real old. Okay.
Real old. Like,
all right.
Boris he's a gray bear now.
Oh.
But, he still seems strong. Like Ilmater's providing him some sort of and I guess I should have said that Alyssa she's also older too. But you guys never asked how old they were, so it didn't come up to literally just now.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like Rick before, like, oh, this is a guy I never met.
That's fair. And then Alyssa, the Mistran priestess, sent them with a Find the Path spell somewhere in Waterdeep. And they went and found a seedy tavern in the bad part of Waterdeep, and that's where their Find the Path spell kind of led them, and it stopped. So they said, well, we must be trying to meet somebody here. And that is when somebody came flying off the upper floor of the tavern, crashed into the floor with a smoking hole in their chest. And they Rick ascended to the top of the stairs to see who had caused such brutal damage, and found a gentleman there with a very substantial chin and a blue shirt, torn up. Dude, with.
If chins could kill.
He would be the one who would have the killing chin.
I would thought Chuck Norris.
Nah.
Would have no. All right, fair enough.
He has a fist inside his beard, but his chin couldn't kill him.
Good distinction.
Yeah, there's a distinction there.
Technically, no chin.
Yeah, so
just beard.
It's just another fist.
And fist.
Yeah. Anyway, he has a strange contraption on his right hand that's red and metal colored and vibrates and oscillates with sheer speed using technology which you have never seen, and wields some strange wood and metal cylindrical double-barreled wand, and told you, let's talk about my necklace, my amulet here's leading me to you, and you came to find me. What's going on? You had a conversation. He told you of some punk ass wood elf ginger chick who stole his book and apparently, according to your prophecy, lost it. He's got to find this chick. You got to find this chick. He's got to find his book so he can go home. It seems like your journeys are taking you in the same direction, and that's pretty much where we left off last time. So, we will resume. You guys are all in this seedy, I think it was called the seedy tap house, I think is what I called it, or something like that. The seedy tap house here in Waterdeep. And yeah, he's like, well, listen, I'm ready to go whenever you are. Do you need anything? Because I don't know how you work. And he just kind of like looks you all. And just as a reminder, because we may or may not have new people in the chat, let's just go a quick rundown of what the party looks like. Because for those of you who haven't picked up my very clever loose analogies, this is Bruce Campbell, aka Ash from the Evil Dead Army of Darkness series, who's used to dealing with like medieval Englandy people. But let's describe the party real quick. So I don't know who wants to start.
Okay. So Rick, Cedric Von Brick is a battle rager dwarf. He has shocking white hair and a massive untamed beard. He is currently wearing full adamantine plate mail, which is pure white enameled and then covered in spikes. He is rocking a platinum helmet of Bahamut, and he has infrared vision in that helmet. He is gruff and lovable and makes good food.
Okay. How about Oz, Sean?
Actually, like, other than his size, he don't look too weird. Like, okay, so he may be wearing soft shell crab armor. He may have a crossbow crackling with electricity at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And he may have goggles that look like owl eyes and a purple sash that makes him 20% cooler. And a voodoo doll on his belt that looks exactly like him. But over that, he's got a black cloak, and he's just a little guy.
He's so little.
Oh, and slippers to spider climb. He has those now.
Yes, he does for now.
That's true. What about you, Celine? Tell us a bit about Wildfire here.
Wildfire is a tiefling. She's got tan skin, really really dark hair, almost black but not quite. She's got ram's horns. Her eyes have no pupils or anything like that. It's like sclera lenses, but they're like golden and like burning, kind of looking like embers.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what her eyes are supposed to look like.
It's in her little character art.
She's got a magic phoenix feather in her hair. She's got a witch's hat. She's got rose quartz glasses. She's got a cape of billowing. She's got thunder pants. I don't know what they look like, but they sound exciting. And a little baby phoenix.
And then
there's other things, but like roughly.
Yeah, that's a pretty good breakdown. And then we also have Wave, who is also here, who is a water genasi fighter. So imagine kind of like a sea foamy blue, or like a darker blue skin and like a sea foamy kind of like I think it's an undercut. I don't really know what he's got.
I think he's got like a pompadour.
No, because he told me it's like shaved on the side and
I thought his hair like flows. It's like if it was shaved here, kind of like Pat's hair that he had for a while, where it was like shaved around here and longer on the top. I imagine it that, but like more with like a flowy effect because he's water.
Almost like a warrior cut.
Sure,
kinda,
whatever.
yeah.
We'll say whatever we think
That's
that
what
it
I doodle.
He's got some hair.
It's light blue. He has light blue hair.
He does have light blue hair.
He looks like an Instagram influencer who sells noodles in California. That kind of hair.
Sure. So then he also has like light blue armor, and he has a shield with an eyeball, emblazoned on it, and a mace that turns into a flail, or morning star that turns into a flail. So a weird, eccentric group. So anyway, he looks at all of you and he says, I don't know, do you guys need things? Are we good to go? Do you need to sleep? I don't know how this works.
I should pick up some rations.
Didn't you just pick up 600 gold worth of
We
Yeah,
got
rations?
so
they
many
are
rations before we
no,
left.
but they're look, just in case there was like a virus or something, a disease that spread through the land, and
A
that
pandemic,
all of
yeah.
the
Oh,
all the
yeah,
clerics
pandemic.
couldn't heal everybody. I just
Mhm.
wanted to have enough in the tower for us for a while. So since we're here, we could buy more. We should get some, and then if we have leftover, will replace the leftover with some of the tower stuff.
I
That's
have a-
cycling through it.
I have a question.
Whatever, don't care.
We
Yep.
left our tower back at that other place,
Yes,
and like it can teleport between dimensions,
Yeah.
but can it also teleport within a dimension? So like, could we have used it as like a hopping, transporting vehicle to get us to our various locations?
I don't think so, because the map, all the maps we found of it in Strange Lands had like an X.
Oh, it has specific points.
Yeah. Which is why we ended up in outside of Succumbers. That's where the X was on the map.
Gotcha. Well, I knew that. I knew that there were specific locations marked out, but I didn't know if that was because that's what was important, but it could go other places, or if those were the only places it could go.
As far as I can tell, with all my magic-y stuff, it can just go dimensions, and then we're on our own.
That's fair. You guys were looking at all the information. I was playing with my wand.
Yeah, I mean,
Fair
we
enough.
all did things, I guess.
Um,
So yeah,
this
Ash.
is happening while we're getting rations. We get
Oh.
40 rations.
Okay.
Okay, just so you know.
All right. So
Um,
so you guys are gonna go shopping then a little bit. Then that's just fine.
That's all Rick wants to get is just enough food for a journey.
Is it still the same day?
Yeah, we'll say it's the same day.
Okay, then I would say to Ash, like, I mean, I feel like it's usually good to start an adventure in the morning after a good night's sleep. So maybe we have another round, and then in the morning we'll go.
Sounds good to me.
He's like, all right, sure.
Who was the leader
Rick.
today?
Rick.
Oh, I thought you were.
No,
I
you
said-
were.
don't-
I never. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go get some rations, and then you guys drink, and he'll go get rations.
Look.
Okay, so you can you're able to travel into Waterdeep. Are you just looking for rations, or are you looking for like actual food?
No, I'm looking for like traveling type food. You know, good stuff to have like 10 days worth of supplies for everybody.
Okay, so you ask around a little bit because you're unfamiliar with the city. You probably maybe want to leave the less seedy part of town to find some more reputable stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down towards the waterfront because that's
Okay.
usually where the freshest food's at.
Yeah, so let's say you do that. Yeah. And you find yourself to this place that, well, it doesn't really look like it would be a place that would have a lot of food because it looks like an orphanage from the outside. It does have food, and the place is known. It's called Nona's. Is the name of this place.
Oh wow! All right. How's it smell?
It smells amazing.
Go in.
Okay, you do. It is seemingly also an orphanage, but like also a soup kitchen. Really big on
Work
soup.
here?
They really like making soup here.
I love soup. I have a magical soup ladle.
As you ask around, you will find out that Nona, God rest her soul, used to had a magic spoon, has a magic spoon too, and they still use it
sick.
to this day.
Wow, that's so cool. I don't swear in front of the children.
Yeah,
except
she
when
will.
I
They'll
do.
the people that are kind of running it will tell you that the spoon it increases the amount that you make. You stir the pot and it just makes more, like 1.5
Oh.
times the amount of food you thought you would be making. It makes that much more,
Wow,
which
I
is really
wonder-
good when you're trying to feed a bunch of orphans.
Yeah, that's very true. I adopted some kids with my wife. Actually, we adopted 4 children.
Are you gonna leave out the part where you abandoned them?
Yeah, you're not here, don't judge
And then
me.
No,
you gave them
that
to
was
a clone of
Sean's voice.
yourself?
That was not Oz voice.
Yeah. And then what?
And then left them with a clone of yourself, potentially?
No, I don't know. We'll dismiss
It
it
did
out of hand.
happen, yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, all of
Yeah,
that.
no.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
no,
I'm
but
gonna all right, I'm gonna definitely donate some money to the orphanage.
Okay.
I need my rations for me. I'm going on a trip. So I need that. But I assume you guys, I don't know, And I'll give him 20 gold. for
They're
the
very
orphanage.
excited about a 20 gold donation. They said they used to get money coming in all the time. But, you know, one of their, I guess, an alumni, if you will, of the orphanage was a really wealthy benefactor. He actually gave them the spoon, but they haven't
wow.
heard from him in years.
God, if I was a chef, I could never give up something like that. He must have never cooked.
They said, yeah, we don't know. We haven't. No one's really heard that story in a while, but we haven't.
Oh, okay.
Just sort of disappeared, and then you know everything kind of went dark. And Nona was the only one who really knew him well, and you know, ever since she passed, he's just kind of fallen into legend. I mean, like the guy who got out of the orphanage and came back and gave us a cool spoon legend, not like crazy legend, not like anything more than that.
Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, oh, maybe prophetic, but probably not.
No, like he sent us money and he gave us a cool spoon, but then he left or something.
That's definitely as far as orphanages go, that's pretty good.
They're like, yeah, definitely.
All right, I like this person, whoever they are. I'm gonna give them another 80 gold, and I'll say, keep the faith. And then I get enough soup for everybody, and also regular rations. And oh no, we're staying at a seedy. I just get soup for me. These guys don't need the soup. They are currently at a bar, so I assume they can get soup.
Yeah, this is Nona's recipe.
Yeah,
this is like really good soup.
All right. Is this as good as the mac and cheese?
Yes, but in a different way. Like the mac and cheese obviously was the mac and cheese was good, and it was obviously accentuated even further by the specific people of Gouager.
Right.
And you know, the typical situation they find themselves in. But Nona's this is like a very much stick to your ribs, keep you warm, a small amount
a hearty soup.
A very hearty warm soup, and there are dumplings, but they're not really like a traditional they're like almost like a biscuit style dumpling in the soup, which is really nice. It just soaks it up. It's really good.
All right, so Rick is gonna totally completely enjoy this soup, and he's gonna start taking down notes, because if he lives through all of this, Rick's thinking he might want to open up a restaurant.
Okay. So you're going to start taking recipes that he finds everywhere?
Yes,
I see.
He's definitely starting to do that. So he's not sure. He just has on his little notepad. Right now he's just got Rick's place ? Or and then he's got the Brick's house. And he's like ? Because he doesn't know what he wants to name it. He does that little bit of soul searching and heads back to the bar.
Okay, you do that.
In the meantime, Oz will be like, so I'm assuming at this point we've done introductions.
Yeah, we'll say that happened.
So Ash, where are you from? Tell me a little bit about your loud cutting arm.
And
yeah, what's up with that?
He says, I just, was just trying to have a really good weekend with my friends, my girlfriend, Linda. We went to a cabin in the woods, and it was owned by some crazy scientist. And we found some tapes, recordings, audio messages. I don't know if you know what those are.
Nope.
All right. So if someone...
message or sending?
Maybe someone took their voice and saved it in a box.
Sending
so you could
listen. Oh, like a magic mouth spell. I know what you're talking about.
Sure, yeah. Why not? Anyway, we played the tapes. Well, my friend, he played the tapes. And turns out reading those words out loud, it awoke something dark in the woods. Long story short, it got into my hand and it went bad, so I lopped it off at the wrist. I could do this all day. And he said I couldn't save any of my friends. And, the daughter of the scientist showed up at the house, and through a long story and reading passages from this book, I thought we banished it away. Turns out we just sent it someplace else. And then I got sent there, and now I'm on this seemingly never-ending journey to find this book so I can just go home and hopefully destroy it forever.
That was succinctly summed up.
You've been through so much. Do you need a hug?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. Pat him on the shoulder.
So wait, after you left the cabin, you said how did you get here though?
So
Yeah.
I went someplace, it was kind of similar to here.
Okay.
And there's some wizard there made me some potion, and I had to say some words, and I said the words. I basically said the words.
Whoa. Did you say the words, or did you basically say the words?
I
The
basically
words from
said them,
the-
yeah.
The bad words that
No,
shouldn't be
different,
spoken.
different words.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Listen. I didn't say every single tiny little syllable, but yeah, basically I said them.
Okay, that's exactly how magic works. Keep going.
Anyway, I made my way, and then I ended up through I can't even keep track. But anyway, I keep finding myself ending up in different places. I ended up here now, and I've been trying to find. I landed someplace, and then there was this ginger bitch, and she took my book and left, and I've been trying to find her ever since.
How long ago was that?
He goes, it's been, I don't actually know. I don't know how time works here. I'm in a weird spot. It's been a long time.
Well, there's day and there's night.
All right,
that
listen.
happens every day. So how many of those?
And he goes, a lot.
Roughly.
Okay. So I've been to places where look, you see that? And he like points out at the moon. He says like, this moon is different. There's tiny little moons all around it. I don't understand it. Everything's different. Places are weird.
Fair.
Like,
I can't argue with that.
it's like, I don't know where you're from.
We came from a different
But from
place
where I'm from, there's 7 days in a week. Here, there's 10. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
That's actually great exposition, because that's the same where we're from.
Yeah. But our months are like 40 days or something like that.
Listen, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
410.
understand it. It's fine.
Okay. Cool. So, you got any
Interesting.
leads on where this ginger wench is?
He goes, I think she's east from here.
Isn't west the ocean? This
Yes.
is Sean asking.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Just like, okay, cool.
Well, I
We'll
think
go
maybe
east.
southeast.
All right. Yeah. Southeast. That's good. That's actually better than nothing. Cool. So, do they have beer where you're from?
Yes.
Would you like some?
Yes, very much so.
All right, and then I'll go buy another round.
Okay, and you guys drink some more.
Yes.
Eventually, Rick shows back up.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
It's good.
Hi, Rick.
I had some beers, and I
We've
made
been
a friend,
talking with Ash.
Is he?
and
Is he drunk?
he's not from here either,
Oh,
Mhm. He's
cool.
from a different place too.
but
Nice.
not our different place. He comes from his own
Different,
place.
different place.
Different. They have loud cutting arms.
Ah, good.
Apparently.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Mhm.
Hey, sir, we never actually introduced ourselves. I left right away as soon as you said we were going on an adventure. But I was thinking, did you ask him if we knew where we were going?
Yeah, southeast.
Ish.
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
I didn't say ish. You said ish.
I just did. Cool. Do you have is there a name to the place that we're going?
He goes, there's a forest down there. I think I saw her. From what I've been able to gather. Listen, nobody knew where she was. They said she was from this other place. I couldn't figure out where that was. And then I've been trying to find her, and she basically went completely missing. And I haven't been able to find anything about her for years. Now I start hearing she might be in this forest.
What's the name of this forest?
The Misty Forest.
Fun.
What's the name of this person?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't ask her
Oh.
name. I just been
Oh,
calling her
I feel like
Ginger
that would
Bitch.
help you in the search.
You know what? She wears
I could
She wears weird green armor. I didn't catch her name. She's
Okay,
really
but you know
bad.
what she looks like.
I know what she
Red
looks
hair,
like. Red
green
hair, green armor. I don't know. That's the best I
Alright,
got.
cool.
Animals
Yeah,
don't
man.
seem to like her. I don't get it.
All right. I mean, shit, man.
Yeah.
I just been calling her Ginger
What
Bitch.
do we
Alright,
do when
Ginger
we find
bitch.
her? What's the plan?
Well, hopefully she found my book again, and if not, I'm gonna make her tell me where she lost it, and then I'm gonna go get my book, and then I'm gonna go home.
That sounds like a pretty decent plan.
Cool.
Sounds like a solid plan.
Cool.
You
All
are
right.
cool. I agree.
Yeah. I mean, cool.
So we leave tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what it sounds like.
Oh, guys,
Cool.
I had the best soup. It was amazing, by the way.
Ooh,
When
did you
I was
bring
out
us
shopping.
back any?
No, they have food here, right?
How's he gonna bring us back
But
soup?
but if
Like
it's the
in a
best
bowl?
soup, maybe.
Oh, they had bread crust, like the
yeah, so you
bottom
can
of a
carry a
loaf.
bread crust.
Whoa. What the fuck did you just say to me?
I said it was like a loaf of bread with soup. Me or her?
No, you. There's a loaf of bread with soup in it.
Yeah.
Exactly, and he didn't bring us back one.
Well, how the bread would be soggy by the time.
And he
got
goes,
back
they
to us,
they,
like-
they call that a
Yeah, but
bread
it's
bowl.
gotta-
They have that where I'm from too.
No,
Oh, okay. So your world and this world has a lot in common then.
Not at all, actually.
just
No.
that one thing.
Just that one thing, and
Oh.
beer.
Oh,
Red
good.
balls and beer. What else?
We
do you
got
want?
beer.
Well, then everybody works. Also, language, similar languages, which apparently we can also speak.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I'm not arguing. I feel like it was either like direct language or like maybe some kind of divine translation is happening.
Ah,
Ooh,
Yeah,
Who knows,
maybe.
man?
I don't know.
who knows? Stranger things have happened.
He'll tell you. I mean, he'll kind of fill you guys in. I mean, he's been in this realm for a while. So if you have any generic questions, he may be able to answer them about towns and locations and things he's traveled around and through. If you're curious.
are we going through any towns on the way?
It's funny. You guys were right outside of the Misty Forest, kind of when you were by Succomber, so you kind of would be heading almost back down that way.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Daggerford is there as well.
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
But he's traveled around a little bit trying to follow this chick's trail.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, man. It sounds like a plan. Anything we should know about Daggerford?
He says, nope. They got fighting pits there. That's about all I know.
Ooh.
Neat.
I haven't been to a fighting pit since Dethair.
Is magic allowed in the fighting?
Me neither.
No, this is like martial combat only and single combat.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
it's not for me.
That's me though, right?
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
guess.
Rick, you'd be great at that.
Especially with your fucking knuckles.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't
I
have to
mean-
be bare knuckle. You can fight with weapons, but
Yeah, have you seen his knuckles then?
no, I haven't.
I got him.
You show him your knuckles, and he approves of them.
Nice. Yeah. I didn't fully commit like you did, but
Well, it says I didn't have a choice.
I do have this sweet harpoon though.
It's like that is pretty sweet.
Hey,
I
what's
imagined that later in the night and like kind of drunk and like shot it into the ceiling accidentally.
Oh, I can do a thing! And then I'm gonna spider climb up to the ceiling and then cast mending on the hole.
All right.
Are you glad you can do this now? It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I get why you didn't want to give me the slippers. And they're so
Yeah.
cozy.
They're super comfortable.
Yeah.
I really miss that most. All right, cool. I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh, Jake, in your description of Rick, you did forget to mention that you're wearing a leather apron that is constantly dripping
Oh
blood.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm wearing that inside the armor.
You can
Oh.
do that?
I don't see why not,
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
right?
Yeah,
Because
why
then I
Does-
imagine that the only thing that Rick is wearing is long johns and that bloody apron, and then his armor.
See, I like the idea of that it's under your like upper armor, but the bottom still flaps out, so you just have like a little
Ooh.
flappy, bloody loincloth.
I
Uh,
like that.
Anything
Maybe
that's on the
we'll-
top is like on the spikes.
Jake,
Oh.
can I
like the
get
spikes are poking
you
through.
to roll me not a percentile? Let me tell you what the number is here in a sec.
32.
Nope, it's different now. It's a 42.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I've been at work a little bit here. 1d42. Let's see what you get.
All right. Roll a 40. 42 is a bit weird.
Yeah.
39.
Okay. You get a fine leather pouch that contains exactly 248 stone pebbles.
All right. One, two, 4. Shut up. 5, 6. Okay. Nice. I put them in my pocket.
Okay.
What
There you
color
go.
is the pouch?
What color is the pouch?
Yeah.
Like a soft, like a tannish color, like a tan deer hide kind of a color.
Okay. This is nice. This is nice. I put it in my pocket.
I've added significantly more trinkets to the trinket lists in recent.
I like this one.
You like
Nice.
that one?
Yep.
All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, so you guys sleep for, or you know, you guys can hang out for a little while. And let me see. You know what? No, I'm gonna change my mind, and I'm gonna say he does know that her name is Clyde.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's gonna say her name is Clyde, but when you go around asking for Clyde with no last name, it doesn't really go very far.
Hmm.
Have you guys seen Clyde? They're like Clyde, and I was like, yeah, that's all I got.
Red
Clyde.
hair.
Red
green
hair,
armor.
green armor.
That's why in my former life I didn't tell people my last name. I just went by Oz.
See, that works.
It's a
Yeah.
good move.
Now that I'm a hero, Osborne Greenbottle,
So prestigious.
right?
It does sound better.
Of the bin green bottles.
Are there other
Member
green
of the
bottles?
New Veil Guard.
Mm. Well, sometimes leader of the New Veil Guard.
A quarter of the time, the leader of the Veil Guard.
Yeah,
And he's-
Co-founder.
So anyway, he says, yeah, he says all I know about her is she's got this green armor. It's made out of some material I'd never seen before. She's got a funky staff with all sorts of accoutrement on it. She's got red hair. That's all I've been able to find out. Well, that's all that I remember what I saw. And then I get all sorts of weird mixed things when I talk to people. Some people are like, she has a horse made out of fire. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Nice.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Who has a horse made out of fire?
Ooh. This-
Well,
That would that make it harder or easier for her to track? Because like fire horse, but also like we're probably pretty fast.
right?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we got a fire
I mean,
person here.
I was gonna say sometimes I made a fire.
It's like, I don't, this just doesn't make any sense to me. They say it's a
Also-
horse with made out of green fire. I don't get it.
Oh, mine's red. There's the
Also-
difference.
Also, green fire, not super common.
Yeah.
No.
Hmm.
I mean, I can make green fire.
All right, listen, I don't
Oh, yeah.
understand. I don't.
It's actually, I could probably teach you if you gave me enough time.
Anyway,
Alright.
yeah. So I don't know. I've been asking people for however long I've been here, all up and down this coast, and different people say they see her. Sometimes they tell me she's with people. Sometimes they tell me she's not with people. Sometimes they tell me she's from over here. Sometimes they tell me she's from over there. Some people tell me they don't know where she's from. I don't know.
All right, so I think that first thing, since she might have a horse made of fire, we should probably get something to ride that's faster than our feet. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to try and buy some mounts while we're in town.
It's not a bad idea at all, Oz. What, Rick?
Rick can't ride on anything.
Well, we'll get.
Maybe we can get like a sled or something that they can pull.
I was
like
gonna
a
say
cart.
Cart, yeah,
Well, I was gonna say like a cart, but faster.
like a chariot.
Yeah.
Can you see
Yeah.
Rick in a spiky chariot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
again.
I
It'd
can.
be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
All right,
We,
Wildfire, we'll get you a horse. You will pull Rick's chariot.
No,
Ash,
we have to do it as a team, or at least 2 horses.
Ash, do you ride?
He says I can ride. I used to have a
Alright.
really sweet ride, but I lost it. It's a long
Oh.
story.
I'll
Oh,
Do you
do
want
that.
to? Do you want us
He
to
has a
find
nice
that too?
wagon.
He goes, "Oh, it's not here."
Do you need to talk about it?
No. You know how like you guys have your horses? Imagine like
Yeah.
300 of those inside it, super fast.
We usually ride a Triceratops.
That's
So
true.
I don't even. All right, whatever. Listen, I'm going to bed, and he just goes to bed.
God, how big was the thing that he was riding if there's 300 horses in it?
Well, it must be the size of at least 300 horses.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It seems a little impractical.
Well, is there like a shrinking spell? Maybe they're like teeny horses.
I don't think
yeah.
those exist.
I mean, or it might just be one of those like Phantom Steed, like one of those spells.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, those magic horses are super fast. Maybe it's something like that.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, cool. Settle up with the barkeep, and I leave.
Got it.
Yep. Good night.
Party fund.
What's the tab?
I don't know. 2 gold.
All right. It's steep, but I got it.
Good job.
Way to manage that party fund.
That's what it's there for, guys.
Oh, I
Exactly.
forgot about the party fund. I was gonna pay from pocket. You guys,
Oh, you,
listen. You're saving me money.
you silly
Yeah.
Billy.
That's what the party fund is exactly for.
Yeah. I mean, we
Exactly.
haven't since Oz became head of it again. It really hasn't come up.
No, we haven't really been spending money. I don't know what's wrong with us.
Or making
Well,
money.
We have our own lodgings. We don't need to spend money on places anymore.
That's a
That's
very good
true.
point.
Fair. And we also like make our own money.
Yeah, we're pretty good. All
Like
right,
the
cool.
ring gives us money every day.
That's true.
All right. Fast forward to the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you guys have anything you want to say and or do.
No.
Love you guys. Good night.
Love you too, Rick.
Aw. All right, well, you guys rest for the evening, and you wake up the next day. Everybody's alive.
No, good.
No
Ooh, I didn't know that
murders
was
in the
up
night.
in the air.
Well,
Wait,
good.
you didn't.
That
You
was
were
a
really
very-
talkative last night. What's up? How you doing?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to find Gorm. I don't know where he's at.
We left him in Evrand. We left him with
He's with Brother Drander.
What?
and Harrison.
And
Remember
Harrison.
Who?
Guy with the dragon with the spiky tail.
That's not
Um,
the Stegosaurus.
Whatever he
Yeah.
is. He came into battle with us.
Yeah, no, that guy. Remember, he like got hit a bunch, and then we're like, "Don't do that."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I learned
yeah.
a lesson."
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but he sounds.
And then we
cool.
got in the next fight, and
Okay.
you didn't go in and help. So yeah,
Again.
Ah, I do. I remember that. It was
Quick
like that
journey
time with the
devices.
dragon. Like I'm good at that.
I don't know what you're
That
talking
time
about.
with
Yeah,
we don't know-
what
what are you
time
talking
with
about?
the
What
dragon?
dragon?
And he's like, "I don't know, man. What are you talking about?"
Wave, have you been
It's like,
again?
I. do
Have you
need
been
to-
doing well, have you
do
been
you
doing
need to
anything?
ask?
Have you been doing anything other than because you're starting to sound like you're hallucinating.
I mean,
think
I don't
he's just
know.
forgetful.
You're hallucinating.
Okay.
I
Moving
can't
on.
argue with
Like
that.
a ripple effect.
Who's
I'm
the
outta
leader
here.
today?
Ash.
Wave.
All right, Ted, what's the plan, man?
He's just
What do we
like,
do, Wave?
well, I feel like we should get some breakfast. I think that's a good start. And then, like,
Yep.
maybe we'll go do what that other guy says.
I love it.
He's
Wave.
taking on Rick's
This leader
leadership
so far.
style.
This is good.
And he's
This
just
is
like,
good.
I don't know, but Rick was talking about that soup last night, and that soup sounded really good.
Soup
Breakfast
sounded
soup.
so
Love
good.
breakfast soup.
In a bread bowl.
I'm in.
He's like, wow, all right.
What up?
Man, it's like everybody's listening to me today.
Yeah, I mean,
Weird.
you're coming up
You're
with good
making-
ideas.
Yeah, you're making sense.
He's like, man, you get it now.
Come on, Ash, we gotta go try this soup.
And he's just like, all right, sure.
Best soup you ever had. Best soup
Apparently.
I've ever had. I don't know. Maybe soup here is just better.
Maybe.
Listen,
I wonder what under culinary wonders there are in this world.
What was it better than the mac and cheese and Gouger?
I
and Wave's like, bro,
dude,
Hey, it's a legit question.
look, the thing
Yeah.
about the mac and cheese is designed to be like eaten, and this is designed to fill your soul. They're different. One's purely like carnal, and for like it's hedonistic to eat the mac and cheese. This leaves you with a feeling of fulfillment, and it's like a mother's hug. This soup.
and Wave's like, man,
That was a beautiful description. What? Rick? Sorry.
he says, I've been searching for fulfillment, and my mom's
place.
dead. This sounds
Oh.
great.
It's great. It really is.
It's like,
Everybody's mom is dead.
Whoa!
Weird.
They are.
Whoa! Guys!
The only person with a parent left is Oz.
Guys!
Yeah,
Rick's
it's
so
true.
sad.
Guys, group hug! Group hug! Yeah!
Rick
This
is
is a lot
not.
before
No,
breakfast.
And Wave's like,
Rick-
man, I had parents once.
Rick, I am mentally hugging you. Lit.
I do. I feel it.
All right. Because we can't, because you're pokey.
Yeah. But no,
So you
no,
guys
Rick's
make your
parents
way
were
to
old.
Nona's, and you guys get some breakfast soup in a bread bowl, which is really just the same soup you got last night, Rick, but for breakfast.
You know what? I'm actually happy with that because I needed to take more notes on the dumplings.
Oh,
Okay.
there you go.
If you
That's
put a fried egg on anything, it is now breakfast.
It's a very good point. It works for pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And chili.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's true. And waffles
Mm-hmm.
True.
and chicken.
Yeah.
Waffles with fried chicken is so
Ash will tell you guys while you're here, that if you're looking to pick up anything, this is probably going to be one of the places to do it. Because depending on where you travel, like this is like one of the major city hubs with a lot of stuff. So,
Okay.
like if you're looking to buy anything specific, this would be the place to get it. You may find unique things in other places, but this is kind of the largest grouping of people you'll find.
Okay.
And I don't think he knows of anything.
Wildfire, do you need anything for spells like
That's what I am looking at.
diamonds, maybe?
Yeah.
He'll tell you,
I need
There's a-
diamonds worth 500 gold.
and he's like, all right, well, there's a jewelry section in one of the upper wards. We can go over there.
All right.
All right, cool. That's good. Do you need any other components for any other spells? Wildfire or Oz?
Some
You need spell
chalk.
components?
Some chalk for my teleportation
Cool.
circles.
All right.
There's yeah.
I don't think any of my other
There's
ones.
yeah, cool. What do you need?
I want to check out a magic item shop. There's a thing I read about that I want to see if they have.
Okay.
I read about it in Evrand, so I don't know if it'll be here, but I want to look.
So
Alright.
with a little bit of time, you guys can spend searching around trying to find things. And you do. You can find, basically potions, scrolls, with a little shopping around. It'll take time, but you can find pretty much more or less any kind of scroll or potion or material component you would be looking for. You'll also, Ash will tell you that there's a really creepy place with really good buckets. You shouldn't go there.
Wait,
I
we
don't
should
think
or
I
should not?
need a
He said,
bucket.
I went in there one time. Guy freaks me the fuck out.
Hey
It's
man,
real spooky.
if this guy freaks Ash out, then I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says
Okay.
he says I don't even know what his real name is, but he just calls himself Mr. Bucket.
Dislike.
I think that is. I don't think I need a bucket.
No.
No,
I'm gonna
I
kick
am-
myself for not having a bucket later.
Maybe you should go get a bucket then.
And he
Alright.
says, if you're looking for real spooky stuff, like real weird juju magic, I don't know if you guys do that. There's a place down by the docks. There's a guy that sells that kind of stuff there too.
Nah,
Yeah, I'm good. I want
I can't do any magic.
I want-
I'm
I
okay
want-
with that.
good juju magic. Is that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, he seems like he makes deals and stuff. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm good then. No, hard no. I want to look around and see if there is a staff of defense.
Ah,
Yeah, that's
I
great.
will. Okay, yeah, sure. You can. Sure, I'll say you could find one.
How much is this staff of defense?
It's in the thousands. If
In
that
the how many
changes.
thousands? Ooh.
It is. I don't know. Are you looking to? So you can attempt to make a persuasion check if you'd like to try to talk him down.
What's the starting number? Like, what's the list price?
6,000 gold.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
Well, I have this wonderful weapon from another realm, I'll tell the guy, and I will pull out my +1 boomerang. This is a ranged weapon which will actually come back to you after you use it. Similar to how dwarves can make throwing hammers which do such.
And he's like, I've seen those before. We have those
okay.
here. But if you're interested, we could definitely cut the price down a little bit.
All right. What do you think would be a reasonable price at that point?
They'll say 5,500.
You know
what? I'm gonna do some adventuring. I'm gonna save up my coppers, and I'm gonna come back.
He says, "All right."
Yeah.
I only have, I don't even have 2,000, so I'm not gonna waste time trying to negotiate this guy down to something.
How much is in the party fund?
2,685.
So that's what, like 4,600. I have 2,000.
I mean, it gives me a +1 AC, and I can use shield more. It's not a great.
Like 5 times
it's
a
not worth
day,
it.
though, right?
What's up?
5 times shield.
But I have never run out of first level spells, so
Fair enough.
Also,
it's not something that we should spend all of our money on.
I'll also just remind you that Staff of Defense is actually kind of garbage when you actually read it.
Oh, it is?
It lets you cast shield as an action.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
With the staff in
Gross.
hand, you can use your action to cast one of the following spells if it's on your class's spell list: Mage Armor or Shield.
You can't cast shield as an action. Like, it's not
It's a-
that,
This lets you
Reaction,
cast it
isn't it?
as an action.
but it's not, that would never happen. Like,
No, it would be garbage to ever do that. Unless you were a fighter and you used action surge to cast it.
it's such a shit thing. Okay, yeah. No, never mind. Let's
Yeah.
get some riding horses.
Yeah, you can use your action to cast one of the spells.
That's dumb. Never mind.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, you could cast it because it lasts a whole turn.
Yeah.
So if you're like, I don't have anything better to do, I'll take a +5 to my AC and hope I don't get hit.
Nah,
Dodge, though. I'd rather dodge.
Yeah.
and find
Yeah, dodge is
cover.
better in that respect.
Any which way. Okay, cool. Then we buy a small wagon that fits me and horses for these guys.
A mastiff for me.
Okay. Sure.
Field riding mastiff, very
Mm-hmm.
popular.
I mean, he's not wrong. It actually kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
there's a lot of small creatures. Are there lots of halflings around here?
Yeah, and gnomes and the occasional goblin.
It's weird seeing all these gnomes.
It is. We usually don't get that many gnomes.
Nope.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single kobold, too.
Ha.
Yeah, you
And
don't
you
get
know
the
what?
feel. People are like, what? Kobolds.
How about Dragonborn?
Yeah, they're here, but they look very different and significantly lamer than the ones that you are able to see. There are a
There's some
multitude of
weird
different colors,
lizard
although
people.
most of them are brown.
Yeah.
There's
They have-
some. iguana
I'll
types.
ask Ash. I'll be like, do you know if they have brown dragons in this world?
And he goes, I ain't ever seen one.
That's so fucking weird. Brown dragon. Ew, it sounds weird. Even saying it out loud. Try it. Say it. It's gonna sound
Brown
weird.
dragon.
Brown dragon.
Deals
Right?
poison damage, right?
I mean, just shit.
I think it farts.
Does shit damage.
Did
Oh, no,
Wildfire
it's
was
so
what was
big.
Wildfire buying?
I wanted to find chalk for my teleportation circles. I wanted to like load up on regular like supplies, like magic components, and diamonds.
How many diamonds are you buying?
I think I only have enough money for
Well,
one.
that's something we could do for the party fund.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I got the party fund out.
Okay.
This is the best use of the party fund.
Yeah.
Because I think I only have like 700 something. The picture is blurry, so I can't tell. It's on my character sheet. Oh wait, maybe I actually hold on.
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Wow.
I'm learning. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where does it live?
Equipment.
Okay.
We also have 2,600 gold in the party fund.
Oh, I have 1,375.
All right, let's buy 2 diamonds with the party fund, I think.
All right, sounds good.
And then maybe should we buy more? It's better to have more diamonds. Sure, because you could always turn them back into money.
That's true. Could always just sell it. Do you want to get 4, 1 for each of us, just in case?
Let's get 3 because we can't cast it on you.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
That's true.
3.
Ash, you want to buy yourself a diamond here just in case things go sideways? I mean, we'll use our diamond on you, but
he's like, I don't
I mean,
really
if you're not married to being a human, we can do it with this powder.
No, I'm pretty good.
That's
He
true.
says, I think I'll be all right.
all right,
Alright.
cool.
All right. And the reason I didn't want to get 4 is because we're about to buy horses and shit.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Mastiff is 25 gold.
Cool.
What kind of horse were you gonna buy? A chariot, by the way. Price for a chariot, 250 gold pieces. It's actually in the player's handbook.
That's why I
yeah.
said it. I remembered it from the player's
Yeah,
handbook.
there's a
That's
chariot.
actually- that's not too bad. So a chariot can travel full speed on a being
Sure.
pulled by a horse, right?
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool. Screw it. I'll use that. I'll harpoon guys towards me behind.
And what
wildfire.
kind of horse are you buying to pull your chariot?
A
Back horse.
white horse.
Well, I mean, in
A
War
riding
horse,
horse.
then, I guess.
A war horse.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess.
War horse, I guess?
if we're gonna be using it
400
in
gold
combat-
pieces for a war horse.
All right, I got that kind of money.
I mean, we. How much is it total? So
650.
Are you getting 1 or 2 for the chariot? Do you need 2? Can you do one?
I think one works,
One
right?
works.
We'll say so. That's 650. We'll say they'll give it to you for 600 for the war horse and the chariot combined.
Cool. What if I wanted armor for the horse? That's dumb expensive, right?
It is dumb expensive. It is barding
times.
is 4
4 times?
times whatever
Yeah.
the armor you
I
want to
can't
buy
afford
for it.
that. Sorry, horse. No armor for you.
I mean, we'll just try to keep it out of combat.
It has an
Yeah.
11 AC, so anything you buy for it, studded leather or above, will be better than what it's
Yep.
got.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, let's try and keep these guys safe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is mostly for transport, and if I need to run real fast, all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
plan on bringing my dog into
Combat.
combat. Yeah.
Ah.
So you said 600 and then 25 for the mastiff,
Mastiff, yeah.
and then do I need to how much for a fucking saddle,
A saddle,
a dog
Yes.
saddle?
10 gold pieces.
All right.
Were you
So,
buying a horse there?
635 total.
I can't ride Hamish yet, can I?
No, he's too small.
Oh.
Poor
Not
man.
even when I leveled up? Because he levels up with me, right?
He does, which is something that I'm gonna guess we didn't do.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, I figured.
How do?
Yeah, I have to look at that.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that when we take a break here.
Okay.
And Ash will acquire a riding horse for himself as well.
We just we just spent a lot from the party fund, which is good.
Well, I could pay for one of the diamonds or something.
No, I mean this is all good stuff. This is why we this is really why we need the party fund, is for
That's
stuff like
true.
this.
Yeah.
We don't
Right.
really need it for we have 500 gold left in it. We can stay in all of the hotels forever.
Yeah,
Fair.
we can. We're pretty good. Even with our generosity, we're okay. Plus,
Yeah.
we have whatever money Wave has.
True.
It's
Oh,
true.
Wave has
38.
2,300 gold pieces.
Yeah, legit.
Cool.
Nice.
So
Um,
if we need to spend that, we'll feel free.
fair. He's not here to say no.
Oh
Yep.
shit! I forgot. Wave is also here. He gets a horse.
He's like,
gets-
cool. I feel like this feels like another time.
What's the most expensive horse?
A warhorse.
He buys
He gets
two
two.
of them. He buys two. I agree. Yep. He'll have to.
Of course.
Let me just see. I'm looking real quick at your thing here, Celine. You add your proficiency bonus to its AC and to hit. Your proficiency bonus just went up, so that went up as well.
Okay.
As did its spell save DC. And I have to figure out how many levels you had with this thing. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Because that's how many D8s it has. So it has 8 total D8s. Let me see. It might have changed.
Okay.
Hellhound. A Hellhound typically has, is it Hell Space Hound? I guess. It is. A Hellhound. Oh, nope. I guess you only had 1 level with him from the looks of it.
Yeah, I think so.
So this will be 2. So when you get to 5 levels with him, then he increases in size.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I need you to roll me a D8 too for his hit points.
7.
Okay, so he's gonna get 9 more hit points. So he's at 60 hit points now.
Nice.
Dang.
And a 20 AC. So
He's got some survivability.
You got better AC than me.
He's got better AC than me. He's got the second best AC in the party.
Yep.
he does, yeah. Sky Bozia, these points are flint bucks. They're not
Flinty bees.
they're not Twitch points. They're channel currency because Twitch only added their point system recently. So you can use these if you have 1,500, you can buy a trinket for someone, and if you have 10,000, you can buy a charge for someone. That's how that works. Okay, so you guys all get horses and everything. And then I guess you set out for the road on your chariot/horses, heading to the Misty Forest in the south, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
With some diamonds that you have.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys do that, and I feel like at this point it's a good time to take a short break. All right, hi Internet. By the way, Internet, if you're curious and you haven't refreshed your Twitch page, you should do that because now D&D Beyond overlay has been updated to include the 5th person of this party right now.
Oh,
Ooh.
So if you want to see what Ash's stats are, he's there for you to
Nice.
check out D&D Beyond.
Very cool.
Or I guess chat, but also yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so you guys set out on your chariot and your horses to head south towards
And
the
dog.
Misty Forest. And dog.
A
Yep.
dog. Our mounts.
I named my dog Dorito.
Of course you
Oh, wow. He's got 220 health?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a monster. He's a monster.
He's
Ted.
like, wait, Ash is like, wait, do they have Doritos where you come from?
What's a Dorito?
He's like, you named your
Yeah, what's-
dog Dorito. Like
Yeah.
they're a type of food. You eat them. They're chips.
Oh no, it's a name.
We call
What?
those
It's
tortillas.
a common pet name where I'm from in Bin. Dorito.
Oh, that's weird. It's a
Yeah,
it's a
they're-
nacho cheese, but really, it's really just Cool Ranch. There's really nacho cheese could just suck a dick. It's really Cool Ranch. Is the
Whoa.
only.
I don't
kind
know
of-
what you're talking about, but I feel like I probably agree. Yeah. Like there's the children's book series. See Dorito Run. Dorito runs quick.
Yep.
You guys know what I'm
did.
talking
Yeah,
about.
of course.
Yeah, no, everybody read it.
So Dorito.
We even had those in the orphanage.
See, I'm not
Yeah.
terribly original with names. Like I mean, my owl's named Owl, and dog's named Dorito.
Yep.
You know, like all dogs.
Ah, did you guys ever read Old Sunchip? That was so sad. Ah, what a sad, sad book.
Oh, poor Sunchip.
Poor old
Guys.
Sunchip.
Guys, I don't like to talk about Sunchip.
So sad. All right, so I ride my chariot
Okay, you do.
as to not kill this horse, and I
Uh,
cry a little bit.
okay. Well, that's great for you.
Alright.
Before you guys leave, as you guys are riding, Ash will say to everybody, listen up. I don't know what we're going to find out here, but if it's the kind of shit that I constantly deal with wherever I go, it's going to be a bunch of nasty, weird things that like to try and confuse you and pretend to be people you know or pretend to be people you love. And then they're going to sneak up on you and attack you with a bunch of claws or weird extending neck things, and they're going to try to bite you. And if any of you get possessed by this thing, then I'm going to have to completely dismember you because that's the only way you can ensure that they're not going to come back.
Instead, why don't we just bring us back to life, right?
And he's like, I don't know if that works the same way, but I'm just going to tell you, they're all about swallowing your soul. So I don't know if you can bring people back when their soul has been swallowed and you join them. Oh, God.
Swallow your soul, actually something you can get at a brothel in DeFair.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it costs double, but it is worth it.
How would you know that?
I solicited a prostitute and paid the extra fee.
If you're there, when
All
into
right.
there, as they say.
Yeah.
Wildfire looks incredibly uncomfortable.
I mean, it'd been a while since I met a guy, and I was
Right.
drunk, and
Right. Fortunately, for this conversation that we were having for real, everyone we know and love, except for these guys here, are in a different realm. So it's not like we should be difficult to trick.
See, that's what you think.
I think that's why I said we should be.
You never know.
are there any like exceptions to that general rule? Like if one were to see a necklace or something and they'd be fine? Do we
So
have
I
any
don't really.
loopholes?
Probably not. That
Okay,
sounds dumb.
okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
That might have been retconned. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he did speak to you for about 10 minutes as you're riding,
Oh,
and
shit.
you all get 21 temporary hit points.
Wow.
Oh, that was very inspiring.
As he is an inspiring leader, or he grew to be one over time.
Ah, man, I like having
you
my
said
own
21?
temporary hit
21.
points.
Thank you.
Prime Ambition, I'll answer that question for you about the Reliquary Bar. That is something, if you choose to donate to one of the players, because we do have a lot of new folks here, if you're just curious, you'll see that there's all the bars there with all the players' names and a hashtag their name next to it. So if you donate to one of the players, and in your little donation message that you send when you do so, and you'll see the donate button below there, and type hashtag, like, let's say you're like, I love Rick, he's spiky and weird, hashtag Rick, and you donate, say, $5, will give one charge. You can donate more than that, and that will increase the number of charges. When every player hits 10 charges, they can use a charge to get advantage on a roll. But if you give them a charge, or they save up 10 charges, they can activate an ultimate ability. Everybody has their own crafted ultimate ability. I will list those, will all start to show up there in the chat. But what also happens is if enough people donate up to tip that reliquary bar at the top, then I roll some dice and something either good, bad, or weird happens. Uh-oh. I see a charge going to Rick.
Oh, yeah.
From Sean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was trying to demonstrate how it worked.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Well,
You did a great job.
Thanks.
So you'll see now Rick will have a one little there. You'll see now Rick has one charge. So what that means is when we get 100 and so ideas for things that have happened according to Ash, which is also true. We have had a rocket launcher appear in a game that did the damage of a fireball. We had the party banished to the Shadow Realm, which was basically an exact duplicate of the realm they were in, but was a musical. They fought Yugi from, Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! A bunch of, what else did we have? We had the Scottish ants attack us in Evil Game.
We got attacked by a predator.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That killed some of the party, actually.
That killed
like
the
a Predator from the movie Predator, that was a bad one.
That was a bad one.
Rest in peace, old timeline Rick.
One of my characters
found a big bad wolf.
Yeah, one of my characters got a flame tongue.
Yep.
Everybody, yep,
Yeah.
thank you, Faye.
No
Everybody
fingernails.
lost all their fingernails.
Everybody's hair grew.
Everybody's
for a
hair grew
long time.
4 inches every
Yeah.
time they took a short rest.
Um,
All their hair.
Yeah, all of their hair.
$5 is a charge. You'll see down below. I think it's below on the channel. You'll see like a donate button, but I think I can just do this. Should do it too if you're curious. Yeah. So you can type. The rewards list is there, but it's pretty much just either charges or potions. But the bit donate there at the end will take you. It should take you, I hope, to the donation page where if you donate, that'll tick up the reliquary bar. So adding charges doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. That takes you to the page.
Cool.
So anyway, and you could do gifts apparently. Do some SpongeBob gifts if you want. I don't know. Anyway, I'll leave that there. Let us keep going. So you guys ride. For the better part of a day, south on the high road from Waterdeep towards the city of Daggerford, and we'll say you guys get to the town, or just outside of the town of Nightstone, which we'll say that Ash knows because you would have no way of knowing that that's... Oh, you have a map. You have a map.
I have a map. Yes.
Nightstone. Yeah, Nightstone.
Does this seems like a good place to spend the night? I suppose.
Wave's like, ha ha ha. Yeah, it does. Gonna get Nightstone, you know what I mean?
No.
Means I'm gonna smoke
I'm-
Gouger
I'm-
Leaf.
Like I'm gonna, but I don't like the pun. Ooh, I wonder if they have Gouger Leaf in this plane.
Ooh.
Ash is like, I don't know what that is, but probably not.
Oh, you want some?
And he's like, no, we have that where I'm from. I'm good.
No.
What's it called where you're from then? If it's not Gouger.
It goes by so many different names.
Fair.
The devil's lettuce.
I've actually never. That's the first time I've heard that one before.
Wait,
so-
really?
yeah?
Yeah, it is.
That's my favorite name for it.
So you guys,
Smoking the devil's lettuce.
I need Oz to roll me a D50.
Whoa!
That one, I guess you could actually roll a percentile and figure it out
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, as long as you get less than 51, you just take that.
38.
38. Okay. While your guys are resting in Nightstone, there was a really big stone in the middle of the town, and it's gone now. And when you go there, people tell you about how there was apparently at one point there's some giants came through and caused a lot of trouble. And the whole town was attacked by orcs, and everybody died, and town was set on fire. It was crazy times.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But now they're all back, and somewhere in there, Oz, you find... Oh, boy. I see a donation there coming through.
Ooh.
$10 donation. I missed who that was for. It might have... We'll get it. Here in a second. But you find, Oz...
Ooh.
A pair of multi-lensed glasses
Yeah.
that allow you to see through 10 feet of smoke or fog.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh,
That is neat.
that's super cool. Where was that during that last battle?
That would have been really huge in that last battle, actually. Okay, so one for Oz and one for Wildfire.
Yeah.
So let's go over here. And I'll bump those up. Boom. Now we've got everybody's trinkets. Okay, and then I thought I saw some other things coming through. There's one for Oz. And then we got one for Wildfire. I need you, or I can roll a D29.
Yeah, I don't have my D30 on me.
Okay. Roll
Do a D20 and
I can do that.
a D20
Yeah,
and a
I got-
D10 and -1.
Rolladie.net.
Yeah, that's what I've been using.
Tonight's sponsor.
Not though, unless they
Not
want to
really,
be.
We might be.
Let us
down for that.
know. Looking at you.
Oh, you find a hat.
Another hat?
You do.
What's
She has
this
so many
hat?
hats.
What's the most
do.
What's the most attractive hat for you? For you,
Native
either
American
wild.
headdress.
What?
Native American headdress.
No. I mean, yes.
So you just so you know, for those of you asking, Wave is usually played by our friend Pat, and we usually do play this game in person, like right next door in another room. But due to self-quarantining and isolation and social distancing, we're not. But Pat does not have means for streaming, so I've just been helming Wave for the time being till he comes.
Oh, Celine, you can make it a kloshk.
So what
Oh,
kind of? What's the
cool.
most attractive hat?
Oh, what are those real big sun hats? I think that's nice on a girl.
What,
This should
what
not
hat?
be a derailing of the whole thing, but I should know better because I gave Celine a
You
choice.
should. I'm between two different choices.
Don't give her a choice.
What are the two choices? And I'll
We'll
just
vote. The three of us will vote.
Ooh. Now, okay. Okay, so. Okay, three choices. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's
Okay.
Okay, so top hat,
uh-huh.
because they classy as fuck.
Sure.
A jester hat, where it has the things coming out and has little jinglies on the end.
Classic
They're
attractiveness.
Uh-huh.
So hot.
Uh-huh.
fun. And like a where the wild things are crown.
Great. Which one do you
Always
want?
my first sexy thought.
Crown. I vote crown.
Crown.
I was
Sure.
thinking crown,
Crown.
because then it could sit in my witch's hat, and the witch's hat can pop
Okay, you find a where the wild things are crown.
Hmm,
Isn't that one made of paper?
No.
maybe.
You find a paper crown?
Ooh,
Yeah.
4 charges, 3 more charges to
It's
Oz.
gold or yellow.
Oh, thank
What up?
you.
I gotta put the.
He needs those. He rolls terribly, internet.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't
I-
seen it because we haven't rolled much recently, but
That's true.
So you find this crown.
Cool.
is
There
it
you go.
is it magic?
See, 'cause
Does
I
it
was-
smell?
Is it magic?
Slightly, yeah.
Ooh.
Nah, that's not really. Do you don your crown over?
I
How does
do.
that work? Over the hat? Under the hat?
Yeah, because it's a witch hat. So
Oh,
it's like,
okay, so it's
a
going over the
point,
top.
So it's
I
going
see.
over and it sits on
So
the
now
brim.
it looks like a crayon.
I see. Okay, so you have your crayon hat. So
does.
you don your your weird paper crown thing.
Yeah, and I forgot I had also have like the saber-toothed tiger skull with the teeth coming down.
Yeah. So you put on this
Nobody
hat,
wants to hang out with
and
me.
you are immediately when you put this crown on, you are drenched in a viscous orange fluid.
Ooh.
I immediately take the crown back off.
You do, but you are still currently drenched in a and we're talking like very viscous, like motor oil, orange motor oil.
Prestidigitation?
Before she does that, I want to take a little sweet and I
I
want to smell
also
it.
want to try that.
I feel uncomfortable.
It doesn't smell like anything.
Does it taste like anything?
Do you taste it?
Yeah.
Possible.
Oz tastes it.
So's Rick.
It tastes like Loganberry.
What?
Cool.
Nobody here knows what that is.
Not a clue.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah. Yes, Prime Ambition. Just put a message with hashtag and then the player name, and then it'll pop up there.
I'm gonna put the crown back on,
All over again.
and then
raspberry.
then I'm gonna prestidigitate while I'm wearing the crown and see if it goes away and I can still wear the crown. Like, is it just activated by me putting it on, or is it like a constant like waterfall of gross things?
It's actually, it looks like it's just like raspberry juice. Like thick raspberry honey. Because a Loganberry is like a blackberry and raspberry together. So it actually sounds delicious.
Yeah. We ever
I just
want
wanted to pick a
jam for
random
toast?
berry.
It was fun.
Cool.
My mistake. It was a charge each, not charges all for Oz.
Ooh.
So I will adjust that. I see how it went.
Yeah,
It
thanks for the
it just
donation.
it
Anyway.
picked Oz for some reason. I don't know why it just picked Oz over everybody else, but
I don't know why I wouldn't.
I mean, I guess you're right.
Ah,
Fair.
that's hurtful.
Um,
I save a small jar of the hat juice
Okay, so you have a crown now, just so you're aware, Wildfire. Your crown, it automatically, whoever dons it, it drenches them in a viscous orange fluid
Okay.
whenever it's worn. So whatever
Thank you.
kind.
So waterfall. Should I take it off?
Do you take it off?
Well, I put it on and then I press the digitate.
Oh yeah, no, you're clean with it on once it's on.
Oh, okay.
But as soon as
Then I
anybody
keep
puts it on their head, they're drenched in a viscous orange liquid.
Guys,
Gotcha.
hear
Yeah.
me out.
Okay.
Yes.
I, with my mage hand, as a bonus action, can stow or steal from people. So if I wanted to, as a bonus action, I could take the hat and put it on an enemy, and then they'd be covered in orange viscous fluids.
Ah, yes, it would make them very hard, or very easy to track.
Yeah, and it'd be funny too. I mean, it'd be funny too.
That's a good point. Good. Yes, that's a great idea. I love it.
These trinkets are fun. Some of them designed by you folks in our Discord server.
Yeah.
So if you haven't joined the Nerd Immersion Discord, that's a plug right there.
There you go.
So you guys spend the night in Nightstone, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Then you guys set out in the morning, heading. Anything you want to do in the town before you head out further south?
Yeah, not
Is
really.
there a wizard in the town?
Yes.
All right. I ask him if he knows anybody from the pub.
Jeez.
I'm also Oz is gonna adjust his whole thing a little bit, rather than explaining the whole thing and then waiting for them to say, well, that's a lot, and me saying like, yeah, it is. I'm gonna do the whole speech. We're from a different world. We got this prophecy. We got to change the whole thing. These are the people we're looking for. I know what you're doing. You're thinking about it. Don't think about it. Just look at the list. Answer the question.
Okay.
It's better. It's quick. I like it.
Yeah. I know what you're doing. Trying to think about it. What you need to do, don't think about it.
Don't think about
Just try and help.
Just don't think about
If
it.
you can. If you don't, that's fine too.
And he goes, I don't know. There's a lot of minstrels, so it says who maybe penned a rhyme. I don't know. So maybe they're not someone who maybe they don't write music or rhyming music, or they're not a poet. Maybe I don't know.
They're a poet, but they don't know it.
See, now that couldn't be you.
Ooh.
You're not the
That's
minstrel.
true.
You're not the minstrel.
Okay, that's great advice, Mr. Wizard. Thank you.
All right.
Also, have you heard anything about a female elf with red hair in this area? Maybe
Oh yeah.
He's like-
definitely wearing green armor and maybe riding a horse of fire.
He goes, there's a lot of elves in the Misty Forest, because there's a lot of elves that live there.
Yeah,
So,
but the rest of that. The rest of the
the green
description.
fire seems, I don't know, Nope, haven't heard of it.
All right.
Fair enough.
All right.
Enough.
And he says, but here, I think you'll like this thing. Go ahead, Rick, and roll me a whatever I said, 50?
20, 50?
42.
42. Okay. 15.
You already have that one.
Sorry, I already have that. 41.
Oh, okay, that's new.
That's gotta be.
Interesting. Okay. So this is an amulet. He goes, I think your friends will find this helpful. It's an amulet that when you put it on, displays your current health as a green bar above your head that goes up and down as your hit points go up and down.
That is fantastic. Does it have like a little extra for my temporary hit points?
It does. Those are in like a blue beyond your regular hit points.
Wow. So that is oddly harrowing in the way that it just completely can I see it?
Sure.
All right. Well, I know what it does.
Yeah, in a weird metagame breakingly thing, you know what it means. But also, Ember, now at any point you can ask Rick and automatically know whatever his hit points are, which in theory you're supposed to not know how somebody's doing because the
Okay.
hit points are a non-quantifiable thing. It's weird. That's like a weird gray area of Dungeons and Dragons. Like, how are you feeling? I'm feeling like a 25 out of 50. You know, like,
Bad.
but you know what I
Not
mean?
great.
But now you can see a visual representation of
It's
Rick's
like
hit
Brina's
points.
it's like Brina's goggle.
It's like Brina's goggle. Yep.
All right, so I pop it on. Is it's pretty big, pretty sizable.
Right.
Are you really comparing bar sizes right now, Rick?
Yeah, I'm not with Ash, but everybody else. No, I'm not.
No, yeah, it's you don't know what anybody else. You can put it on everybody else and see what their bar size is
No, that's okay.
if you're curious.
I'm confident. My bar's big. All right, cool. So, yeah, all right, cool. You guys can tell I'm in good health.
I mean, I can
Oh.
tell that before, but
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, but
won't
now you
this
can-
let like our enemies know how much health you have, or like
I'm
how much
gonna-
awakeness you have,
or how much green?
how much
man.
green you have, how much juice you
Full
got
green.
going.
I'm full green with like some extra blue.
Super green.
Yeah,
But
I'm
like,
I don't know.
just looking at it from that perspective.
gonna say we're gonna say they don't get to see it because it's a trinket and it shouldn't be.
Nope.
Creatures
Only allies.
friendly. All right.
Wave.
Cool.
Wave gets a trinket too, or not a
Woohoo!
trinket. Wave gets a charge.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, good job. Thank you everyone for all the donations.
Yeah, badass internet.
Okay. So you guys stay the night, and the wizard, he doesn't have any. He's like, this is it's prophecy kind. It's like a prophecy.
Right?
Yeah, they're vague by design.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they do.
We're just kind of hoping we can stumble around this world and several others and run into them.
Some of them.
She says, well, that's something.
It's a terrible idea, but it's all we
It's not a
have
great
so
system.
far.
First
Not
off,
a
it's
great
working
system.
great right now. Okay.
Well, I mean,
That's
we
true.
did
We started off very strong.
only because a goddess directly intervened. All right, no, only because we had help from a cleric of Mistra.
All right.
Exactly.
So
But we
we
did that
just look-
by stumbling around.
exactly.
It's true.
So we have laser focus for right now.
All right.
And he
Alright.
says, well, I just kind of live in this town, so I don't really, this is not a thing that I would super be about. But, like, there's also a spell called Legend Lore. If someone's truly legendary, they might give you the info, like, it might turn up something about them.
Oh. Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks for the advice,
Oz.
wizard.
Oz gets 6 charges total right now.
Wow.
We're up to,
Nice.
Nice.
Damn.
we're getting close to that ultimate level. And we're at almost half to the reliquary right now.
Wow.
We.
Uh-oh.
It's been
That's
a minute
fun
since the
and
reliquary went off.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it's also very fun for me.
Yep. Ted flexes DM muscles.
Well, sometimes it also makes it very difficult to actually play the game when it murders
Yup.
the party with a predator.
Yeah.
But we all agreed that we were going to allow this to happen, so
No, I'm down.
Oh
like
no,
it.
I'm excited. I think they're fun.
yeah. So yeah, he says if you want, I guess in theory in the morning I could prepare legend lore and then see if we'd have to be specific. You got to name a person, place, or object. So I think you could maybe pick one of these people and be like, it'll bring me a brief summary of significant lore about them.
All right.
Let's see. If the name isn't of legendary importance, I won't get any information from him. This is in theory a prophecy, so it may be.
Right.
So just think about it. If you guys
Okay.
want.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Hmm.
why don't we'll catch you on the way back? Thank you. But yeah, we have a heading, and I don't think we should kind of divert at the moment. What do you guys think?
I agree.
I also agree.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
appreciate it. When we're done finding the person we're on the trail of, we'll circle around back.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We'll try and get some more information. So when you cast a spell, you'll have more information.
I mean, when I cast a spell, you just need to tell me a person, place, or object.
Yeah, we
That's it.
don't have those things.
Well, I mean, it
Oh.
doesn't. What?
Well, I mean, I was saying we could probably do the book, but we already kind of have an idea of where that's going to be going.
Oh, that's actually much better idea. Can you do that on the book?
Ooh.
What's the name of the book, Ash?
And he says, Necronomicon de Monto, the Book of the Dead.
Ooh.
Oh shit, that's a gross book, I would assume.
Yeah, it's bound in human flesh and inked in human blood.
At least it's not
Ooh.
dwarf flesh.
Is that
Bizarre
sanitary?
funeral rites and funerary incantations, burial rites and funerary incantations. It's not meant for the land of the living.
Oh, then let's get it the fuck out.
Let's get it back to where it belongs.
Yep.
So, are we waiting for the morning then, and we'll have this guy do his thing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'll
It'll help. It'll speed
it'll
things
give
up.
us a more specific heading.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
And it sounds like this is a pretty like the most famous thing we have info on, if that makes sense.
yeah. He says unless this ginger bitch is important, then maybe
Yeah, but we kind of know where she might be.
We know
Yeah.
a vague area. We just need a more exact location so that we're not wandering around the forest for a few days.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's wait till the
I would-
morning.
Plus, if we were going to talk about any of the other ones, like we were going to ask about them, I would say the one that the couplet shares, but that's probably me. I'm probably a prickly dwarf that loves to fight and also loves to cook.
Oh,
That does sound like
yeah.
you, Rick.
I
That
would agree.
I mean, I guess we haven't actually talked about it since we looked at it. We just all kind of assumed. But yeah, that one's you. Wildfire is the one who's
Fire.
died, and then Wave's the water guy, and I'm the sleepy one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
It
Yeah.
mentions your sword.
Yeah.
And you're also your proclivity to sleep in wagons.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, all you guys didn't want the wagon. I don't know. We don't have to get into it. Still doesn't make sense to me, but it's none of my business.
All right. So we spend the night here.
In
Anything-
Nightstone, yeah.
All right. Does anything happen?
We all have weird dreams.
Ooh.
What do I do?
Something unseeable force chasing you through the woods.
Oh,
And you guys all end when you wake up in front of a cabin. And it all takes you back to like episode 5.
yeah, I was
Where
gonna-
there was that
Oh.
cabin in the woods
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
north of Bricken's homestead. The
Yep.
spooky one where Oz took a
I
nap.
slept. Yep.
Ugh, that was not fun.
Yeah, it was a bad nap.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
you guys wake up in the morning.
Imagine if the book was there the whole time. Shit. Sorry about that.
Imagine that. Anyway, so you guys wake up and you go back to the wizard in the morning.
All right.
Cool.
So,
Ho, wizard. What's
Oh
his name?
there, wizard.
what'd you say, Jake?
I said, ho, wizard.
And he's like,
What's
well, that's
his name?
rude. His name is Jimothy.
Jimothy?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Jimothy.
Mm.
Thanks for offering to do this whole legend lore thing. How many times can you do that in a day?
Twice.
Like twice. Would you mind doing it twice today for us?
And he says, I suppose I could do that.
Thank you.
All
We got
right.
2 names for you.
Okay. The first one?
Ash, give him the names.
Oh, and he sells him Necronomicon Monto, and he casts this spell. And it will basically... It's unfortunate because the book is of legend and it gives you, let's see, current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you name isn't of legendary importance, you get no information. So it's gonna tell you a couple. He's gonna tell you a couple things. Oop, almost lost those glasses. Where is it? Where is it? He tells you that it's indestructible. So he
wow.
says it can't be crushed, burned, or shredded. Even if every page is torn out, swallowed, and crapped out by a goose, the thing appears fresh as a daisy the next time someone cracks the spine. It's sentient, and it has powers of illusion, and it may let someone think that they've burned, buried, or bashed it, just so it can get away and appear somewhere else. It's protected by various orders. The book has the capability to teleport. When it's seemingly destroyed, it heads back to its point of origin. And there are many, many copies of this book. And that perhaps that is why it does that on purpose, so that it is hard to ever truly track down the original source. But Ash will tell you that that's not an issue for him, because his amulet points him to the direction of the book, regardless, the true book. He's found many, many copies. It will also tell him that it was recently housed by a champion of the Woodland Realm who lost it. When a group of her so-called friends and her found a cabin in the woods where they went to stay for a weekend, they all died, and she left the book there. And the book seemingly had a mind of its own and found itself born away from there. So,
Hey guys, you don't think that was the cabin from like when we first joined up together back in Bricken's homestead? The one that I repeatedly was like, let's not go in here, and you guys ignored me. It was the beginning of that whole thing where you guys ignored me.
Do I remember a book in that cabin?
I had a dream about that cabin.
I had a dream about that cabin too.
So
it had the swing out front that was hitting the wall, and then it stopped hitting the wall.
And are you guys saying this out loud?
Yes.
And Ash is like, wait a minute. See, it was supposed to have a swing. So there's a cabin in the woods with a swing out front.
There was, yeah.
Yeah, back in
this is sounding this sounded too familiar. I've been to a cabin just like that. That's where the cabin that me and my friends went to. That's where we found the book, in the basement.
We didn't find a book in the basement. We found...
There was no basement. There was a pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took a nap.
He did.
Didn't everything go pitch black for a while?
Yeah, that's why I took a nap. Couldn't see.
And then, but we did find like a massive treasure vault down there.
We couldn't get any of the treasure though.
It was cursed, clearly. So, but can I like roll an intelligence check to see if I remember seeing this book? Seems pretty memorable.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
All right. Oh yeah, I'm good at intelligence checks.
That's 2.
All right. That's a 15.
You don't recall, but you guys really didn't inspect the house that well. When everything went pitch dark, you started the fire, and then you played the piano that was there. And then you went through to this pocket dimension with this weird demon and did that whole thing. But then, like, you guys came back out of there, and then you're like, well, this is weird, bye, and left.
Didn't we talk about burning it?
You did talk about burning the house, and Oz was like, don't do that. That seems like a bad idea.
He did say that, yep.
He did say that, and we didn't do it. One of the rare times we listened.
At least you admit it.
No, we listened more since then.
Yes, you guys listen more now, but at the time.
Yep. So if this works out, or doesn't work out, Ash, perhaps you would like to come back to our realm and we could show you this place.
And he goes, I mean, that seems almost like too much coincidence that there's a cabin in the woods that matches the same description.
Ash, I got something pretty weird out of here for you. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I show him the prophecy. I'm like, are you any of these?
He will look at the prophecy. And he says, "No, I don't think I'm any of those." He goes,
You never got
"Well,
eaten by crows?
You never chose the wrong faction.
Are you lazy in combat?
no, I'm quite active. I mean, I said I don't like to fight people, but when I have to fight them, and he looks at the other one and he's like, "Well, I do have a lot of heart, and I feel like I was lost from my own time, so maybe I'm that guy."
But you weren't lost before your own time.
I mean, I went back before my own time at one point.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's been wild.
Did you have a friend who got turned to stone?
No, I don't have
How about just one that rocks?
that. No, I don't have anybody. I don't know anybody like that.
No,
All right, so maybe not then. All right,
But
cool.
I don't know.
All right.
Don't try and pigeonhole yourself in.
Well, I'm not. I
Good.
there's enough prophecies about me, about an ancient promised one, and blah blah blah. I've dealt with a whole bunch of this kind of stuff.
I hear that.
Oh, wow.
So, Jimothy,
He's like, yes.
the next name we're looking for, not very descriptive, Clyde.
And he's like, well, okay.
Where's Clyde from?
We don't
And Ash says, all I've ever found out is she says she's from there. Anybody that I found that had ever, anyone, I don't know. Whenever I said, where's she from? Everyone would tell me she always said she wasn't from here. She was from there, and would never. No one knows what that is, and she would just play it off. Haha, that's real funny, and then that would be it. It's actually super annoying and really difficult to get any information of use.
Okay.
Anyway,
Clyde from there.
Yep.
And he says, and he takes the 10 minutes to cast legend lore on Clyde from there. And he will tell you that Clyde from there traveled with a group of seemingly important heroes who found poor luck. She left she left that group behind, and unfortunately, ironically almost, they all died without her help, without her being there.
Wait. Go back.
He's like, it doesn't work like that, but okay.
No. Say what you just said again. What were her describe her travelers? Traveling companions?
It didn't. He says it doesn't. It just said she traveled with several people who died ironically.
But seemingly important adventurers who died ironically.
Potentially important adventurers who died ironically.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's probably not on our list then.
I mean, it might not be. I don't know. This is what the spell... I'm telling you what the spell told me.
Okay, I mean, it rang a bell for one of the things, but I think I just read into it. I wanted it to be the thing, and it's not, and it's just fine.
So, anyway.
How does somebody die ironically?
He goes, listen, the spell doesn't tell me everything.
No, yeah.
I mean, maybe you can use this information
if
if
Wave drowned, he would die ironically.
That's true. That would
is
be
true.
ironic. And he's like, haha, but I can't because I almost did that one time and then I didn't.
2 times.
That's a good point.
Anyway, so he says, seemingly important adventurers who died ironically because she wasn't there to aid them. And she left to go to there for some unforeseen reason. And was gone for several years and has seemingly returned here now. No one knows why. Found in the Misty Forest.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds like that could be exactly who we're looking for. I think.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, it has to be if you're looking for Clyde, because that's how the spell works. So
Yes.
True.
Yes. I'm not a wizard.
He says that's fair.
I'm just a dwarf.
I mean, he says there's dwarf wizards, but all right.
I
fair
know,
enough.
but I'm just a dwarf. Me personally.
Okay. Anyway,
Wait, there are dwarf wizards here? Because where we're from, I asked to see a dwarf wizard, and they all looked at me like I had 8 heads.
That's true. They had very little information about magic.
oh no, there's
but
entire.
Well, there's a lot of magic, but like,
There's
One
dwarf
you were looking
wizards. They
for.
were all fighting in the war.
That's not what they said to me. They looked at me like I was an asshole and were like, "We have divine magic here, but no arcane magic."
Are you sure you
yeah.
weren't actually being super offensive accidentally?
They gave me a children's book.
You
I
were
was
probably,
there. I witnessed it.
That's probably passive aggressive. You were probably said something very rude.
I was
Did you
on my
have-
best behavior.
Did you
I don't
have your
think it was.
elbows covered at the time?
Of course.
Okay. Did you sneeze?
I
don't
mean,
think
ever?
so.
Yes.
That could have been it then.
Anyway, he goes, yeah, they're not super common here, but they do exist.
Yeah.
And he says, we've seen, he says, I've never seen a tiefling without a tail before. That's kind of a new thing for me. And he goes, I've heard of battle ragers. They're more up further north from here. That's where they usually come from. But, they're not unheard of.
All right.
All right, cool. Thank you for all your
Alright.
help,
Interesting.
Jimothy. Here's 20 gold for your trouble. Thanks.
He will request, if possible, that you guys give him, if you've got 500 gold, he wouldn't say no because he had to spend at least 500 gold worth of incense to cast the spell twice.
Oh,
He had the ivory strips worth 50 gold each, which are not consumed.
oh, good.
Good,
Sure.
good.
Here.
Okay. He'll take it. He was
Um,
excited. He'll take 200. He'll take 300 because he was excited for the possibility, expanding his
Cool.
knowledge of weird stuff.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. So, you guys continue on from Jimothy's house in Nightstone. You make your way into you make your way south to Daggerford.
Sweet.
It takes like
Alright,
2 days
cool.
travel to get there.
Nice.
Just make your way to Daggerford. It's a pretty much, you guys get into a couple simple scraps with like bandits on the road, nothing crazy.
All right.
And it's not really taxing. You guys are able to put them down pretty easily or drive them off one way or another. You make your way into the town of Daggerford. This is your last stop before you probably make your way into the Misty Forest.
All right, cool.
All right. I guess we should ask the local barkeep about the prophecy. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We should ask the local barkeep about potential dangers in the Misty Forest, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Or is there like a town guard? Daggerford's bigger, right?
It is bigger, yeah.
Okay, cool. I would like to go to the town guard then,
Okay.
and be like, hi, we're coming from Waterdeep. We're actually heading into the Misty Forest, looking for somebody. Have you heard of Clyde, the elf wearing green armor and riding a horse of fire potentially, with red hair? Nah, her, not the horse with the red hair. And is there anything specific we should be on the lookout for in the Misty Forest?
We do not have any contacts from Daggerford. Just trying to see, make sure I didn't miss anything. These like the barkeep will say is like in his 60s. We'll say.
Right?
Good.
And he's just like, Clyde, that kind of rings a bell. When I was really little, I remember hearing about or seeing a Clyde come through here on a horse made out of green fire. It could fly. It was weird.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like quite a horse.
When did this
Ain't that
happen?
some shit.
Oh, man. Maybe 50 years ago?
Wow.
I was like
okay.
10
Oh,
years
shit.
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Long time ago.
All right. Did this Clyde have any companions?
She did. There was a.
Tell us, old barkeep.
Hang on, let me think.
I'm gonna message Rick at this point. Oh no, I'm not there. Never mind.
Okay, yeah. So he's gonna say there was.
Why aren't you there?
Yeah, why aren't you there?
Sure, I'm there.
Okay,
I'm there.
you're there.
Yeah, I'm gonna message to Rick and be like, no, I'm not gonna. I lied.
Okay.
Cool story, bro.
I'm gonna be like, Clyde will probably tell us about her companions when we find her, but like, fuck it.
Maybe we don't find her.
More information's better.
Yeah, you're right.
Sure.
He will tell you that she traveled with a guy with a really long beard
Okay.
and a dwarf with a leprechaun hat.
What?
Alright.
This gives us like, listen, I was 10 years old. This is what I remember. The things that really stood out to me were the dwarf with the green leprechaun hat, the other guy who had a really, really long beard, like below his belt.
Older guy?
What?
Was he an older guy? I mean, a big long beard. I'm assuming he was.
No, he seemed pretty
like an old
young.
man.
But I don't know. There might have been, maybe he was an elf. I don't know.
Maybe
They
it
look
was
young
part
forever.
dwarf.
Maybe. I don't know how it works. I
Maybe.
was 10.
Fair enough.
How much? I mean, he's like, never mind. I don't know how much you guys are long-lived races. Some of you, never mind.
Alright.
And he says, and I think there was somebody else, but I don't really remember them. They weren't super memorable.
Okay.
Alright
Cool.
then.
Thanks.
And there was a weird orange dragon thing.
a what?
Yeah, it was like
Orange
a.
dragon?
It wasn't. I don't know if it was a dragon. It was just weird
Would
and
you
orange.
say it was maybe a dragon?
Maybe.
And he goes, I don't know, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of copper colored on the top
Hmm.
and sort of like bronze colored on the belly, and it had a big fire on its tail. Remember that?
Like
Oh,
all
wow.
the time?
Seemingly. I mean, I was 10 and they were here for like 10 minutes. I
That
just
sounds
remember that was
awesome.
weird, and people were like, look at the weird fire thing in the street. And I was like, whoa,
Oh, that's what they
It's-
used to say about me.
it's a leprechaun with a
They'll
weird
do it
dragon.
places.
And then they're like, listen, Carl, it's not nice to call a dwarf a leprechaun. And he's like, but he's got the hat. And they're like, Carl, that's offensive. Don't do that. It's like, I'm sorry, you're a dwarf too, but he was wearing a leprechaun hat.
No, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good stuff. All right. Well, thanks, Carl.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys as we leave. These guys with Clyde, they seem pretty weird.
Yeah. I hope they're not in the prophecy.
Gah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although I would like to see that leprechaun hat.
Oh, no, we could take their dragon too. That guy sounded awesome.
That's
Ah.
true.
Well, based on my interpretation of the prophecy, that sounds like maybe also a dragon.
That is
Man.
true. It fits to me.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Into the forest we go.
I
Yes.
guess.
Okay, yeah, you guys head into the Misty Forest. And lo and behold, it is Misty.
Ooh, I put on my new
How's-
glasses so I can
Yeah,
see 10
good.
feet ahead.
You can
I
see.
look around in infrared vision.
It
Can
looks...
I try to like? Oh, sorry. Go.
Go ahead. No.
Oh well, I was gonna say like, can I like try to like burn the mist away? You know, like the sun does, how it like heats up and like makes mist go away in the morning.
Well, you are in a forest, so you have kind of the canopy here.
Oh, okay. But I was gonna say
So
if I make the
You
fire.
would have to light things on fire to do that.
it looks remarkably similar to the Buffander Forest back home, like the kind of feel that it has to it.
All right.
It's eerily familiar.
As we're approaching, once I see that it's Misty, I'm gonna cast Find Familiar and make a bat.
Okay. You have a bat, and Ash is like, what the fuck? Oh, magic. I fucking hate magic.
Oh,
No, it's fine. I don't know.
all right,
Magic.
Ash. I'm gonna warn you that 3 out of the 4 of us do magic often when shit hits the fan.
I do a lot of magic.
Like, sometimes she does magic when she doesn't want to do magic.
That
That's
sounds like
true.
a problem.
It has been.
Yeah.
Don't bring it up to Wave. Let's keep going.
And he's just
Do,
like,
do, 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 do.
and he'll pull out that weird double-barreled wand that you saw, and he actually breaks it open in the middle, pulls out 2 brass casings, like little brass pieces, and throws them over his shoulder, and reaches into his chest pocket and pulls out 2 more, and slots them in, clicks it shut, and then back into his...
One-handed, though, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, with his left hand, yeah.
Does the whole thing. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Ah.
Well, is that
I
like a
I am
is that
wildly
like a
impressed.
is that a weird? Is that like a crossbow? Because you loaded in the tiny little.
What are those?
And he goes, well, we call them shells.
Oh,
Oh, my armor's made of shells.
Ah,
That's
yes,
different
what
kind of
kind
shell.
beast? Oh, okay.
what
Thank
kind
you.
of shells did yours come from?
And he says, they are ammunition.
Yeah, we have ammunition here.
Yeah.
Oh, like-
Crossbow
like-
bolts and arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, but louder and more damaging.
Cool.
Made out of metal.
And I have one
Why?
because it sounds
Okay.
awesome.
What do you shoot? You shoot? Can you only shoot it at? Oh, would I be able to shoot one out of this? And I pull out my gun wand.
And he like looks
That
at it,
looks
and
kind of like it.
it looks kind of like it, but it doesn't look like it's gonna take a 12 gauge shotgun shell.
Oh.
Also, yours doesn't break open. It's really just a conduit for magic to make funny sounds.
no.
Sorry, Celine.
No, I know. I was kidding. I mean, Wildfire wasn't, but Celine. knew it
Yeah,
was.
no, I know. So he's just like, yep, just gotta be ready. And he's like, and he reaches into his pocket again, and he goes, sure, kid, just don't hurt yourself. And he throws you one Oz.
Oh, one of the shells.
Yeah,
Oh no, I meant another one of your boomsticks.
Oh,
Got another
no.
boomstick.
no, just the one.
Oh, here, and then
He'll take it back. And I'll put it
I
back
will
in his
mage
pocket.
hand it back to him, so it just gently floats across the sky. And
All
hands to him.
right, then he puts it in his pocket.
All right.
By the way, just so everybody knows, Wave's horses are called Shorty and JB.
Okay.
Sure,
Yeah, he's got 2
JB.
horses.
He's got 2 horses, and that's their names. They're
Okay.
nice horses.
Cool.
All right. You guys are traveling with chariot and horses through the Misty Forest. And so what's your plan now that you're in the forest? You know she's generally supposed to be somewhere in here.
Mm.
What do
Guys,
you...
guys, what if we just holler a bunch? Maybe she'll come and find us.
I actually had
know,
a
who's
similar
the-
idea.
Who's the leader today?
Who is the leader?
Because I don't like this idea.
I roll a 1. 1 is Rick.
Ah, right.
Okay, continue to explain your idea.
Oh, mine was gonna be like I was gonna take her idea, but bring it to the next level. Like cause a
Oh.
ruckus, maybe burn down some of the forest. She'll come a running.
Okay,
Go with fire.
no,
I could burn some
no,
things.
because that's instantly putting us in a hostile frame of mind.
Ooh, what if we wave? We get a long pole and we put a white flag on it, and as we're burning down the forest, he just waves the white flag.
Well, there
No,
you go.
That's not any better, honestly, than your last idea, which I appreciate.
you're right.
Well, if anybody comes, like, if we burn things and people are like all agitated and aggressive,
Is
I
there
got-
like
I can cast calm emotions on them so that everybody's chill, man.
yes, but now we've lit a forest on fire and cast spells on people. It doesn't put them in a friendly frame of mind. Is there a road in the Misty Forest?
It's
Are we
like
on the road?
it's more like a game path than a road, because the forest is like truly a forest, so it's not like
Okay.
where like wildlife have traveled through.
Right.
just
But elves
so you
live
know-
in the forest in general.
Yeah, that
And we
is
actually didn't someone say that there are a lot of elves in the Misty Forest?
yeah,
Like someone we met in this game today.
the wizard in Succomber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, if there are a lot of elves, if we just kind of randomly just travel deep into the forest, hope
See if
we
we
stumble
come-
on someone.
Yeah, and then ask them if they've seen them.
Yeah. You could do that. Why don't you send your bat around to see if he can find a humanoid?
Oh,
All right.
I'll send Burb too.
All right, Bourbon Bat going at it. We're
Cool.
not going at it. Not like that. Like getting the
You're
job done.
really, you guys are having a weird day. The two
I'm
of
just
you.
being a little silly.
So just so you know, Wildfire is now at
encourage it.
6 charges.
Woo!
Woo!
So it's 6 for Oz, 6 for Wildfire, 2 for Rick, 1 for Wave.
Oh no.
We are also getting
close.
we're only I think $55 away from a reliquary tip.
Oh
We-
no.
Ooh-wee.
This is just where we want a reliquary tip to happen in the Misty
Right as we
Forest.
plot.
Yes.
Right as we plot.
Yep,
It's the
right.
it's the pyramid all over again.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I say we just keep going on this game trail then, while we have those guys kind of like scout out, and we'll look for you know humanoid signs, and we won't be like trying to go discreet and quietly through the forest, but we will pay attention.
Okay.
Alright.
Wave
We will
is gonna
observe.
pay attention because he's very perceptive.
There
Okay.
he is.
Is he
Ooh,
going
he could
to?
have one of his horses keep to the game trail, and he can ride the other horse being led by that first horse.
Yes. Yeah.
So does that mean Wave is actively perceiving?
Yeah. You could roll for him.
Oh, funny how that works. Let me roll not orange die.
Aw.
Oh,
Do you
come
have
on.
a blue die?
No, but I rolled an 18, so he's got a 28 active perception.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
So he's just like watching, and he like see him like keep looking, like he's hearing something or like seeing something, but he's like, I don't know, guys, something feels weird. I feel like I'm,
What's
and
up?
before he can say it, Ash is like being watched. He's like, yeah, how'd you know? And he's like, yep, we're on the right trail. That's how this always is. Keep an eye out. The trees get handsy.
Handsy?
Yeah,
What
no.
does that mean?
Just hope you don't find out. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Is so their bark's worse than their bite.
Sure.
Sorry,
Actually,
that's a
no. It
little
sounds like
tree
their bite
humor.
is very bad.
Yeah.
Oh, their hands would be barked.
Their hands are very bad.
They're just bad. The trees are bad.
Bad tree.
All right. So burning down the forest might be an option. Does anybody else
It's
feel
an
the
evil
feeling?
forest.
It works for me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we don't know it's an evil forest.
No, that was a joke for Ted, who did that as a druid in his first D&D campaign.
Yeah,
Burned
burn
down
down
a
a
forest
forest.
because it was an evil forest.
All right.
Oh,
well,
wow.
hey, an evil forest is evil.
Sometimes a forest needs to get burned down.
I
Yeah.
got
Well,
a
the
lot
thing
of flack
is
for
that
that.
if it's all a forest, you know, then the apples aren't falling far from the trees, and if it's an evil apple, then it's all evil.
Then it's most certainly poison.
That's just science.
That's just science.
Sure.
All right, cool. We all keep a lookout then. Should we all make perception checks?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh. $19.
Hey, Theodore, do I have a boy horse or a girl horse?
Which would you prefer?
I just bought one that looked nice.
Roll a percentile.
27.
Okay.
Wh-
Low
wh-
is girl, high is
Ooh.
boy.
It's a boy.
Oh.
Okay, boy
Alright.
horse.
Cool. Thanks. These are good things to know, Internet. I like this. It's immersive for me. 20 for my perception.
Okay.
check.
So you guys hear like trees off in the distance, like trees are being felled.
Oh.
It seems like it's getting louder and approaching
Ooh.
you.
I'm gonna send Owl over there to try and blind sense some shit. Or see with its eyes.
Meh.
Okay, just Owl.
Well, Burp has so
Bat.
little health.
Owl has 1.
Okay, the Burp can go too. It's a bat. It's a bat.
Its name is Owl.
Oh right.
Its name is Owl.
That's right. The bat's named
No matter
Owl.
what the familiar
is.
it's named Owl.
All right.
So yeah, they fly over in that direction, I guess both of them together.
Yeah.
And are you guys looking through their eyes or just sending them over there? What's the plan?
I'll look through those.
No, we should
No.
switch. You should keep an eye out around here. I should look through its eyes because mine has blind sense.
Yes.
Mm.
So even if it's too foggy, I can still get a read on him.
Okay.
Speaking of getting a fire.
So you guys are looking through, trying to figure out what's going on, and all of a sudden, bat owl, whatever his name is, its name gets like a feeling that something is approaching very fast.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Seemingly formless. In some sort of hang on, and then it's gone.
Oh. Uh-oh, guys, stay frosty. This thing just vanished, and it was coming real quick.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see a GIF coming on the screen right now.
Uh-oh.
Another 20 bucks going to Mr. Rick over here.
Oh, yeah, I need
Nice.
it. Thank you, Internet.
That means
Ooh.
we're getting close, folks. Uh-oh, I
Boy.
see another donation. Another $5 to Rick.
Yay.
There we go.
I feel targeted now, though. Oh. Well, thank you, Internet.
All right, Mr. Rick,
Yes.
you are at 7 charges now.
Whoa. All right, here we go.
Very nice. Very nice.
We are getting dangerously close as I stall to see if the reliquaries get a tip. Anyway, yeah, owl or bat or whatever it is just feels like there's nothing there.
All right.
Hmm.
I relay that to these fine people.
Hmm.
Do you guys think we should head over there and check out the site where it vanished? Look for some tracks, get a better idea of what's happening?
Ash, do you have any opinions? You kind of know how this thing works.
Yeah, do we keep
If
moving?
this is the thing that you think it is.
$20 more to Oz.
Woo, thank you!
Ooh.
Let me just go ahead and update this in case it didn't do it. Which,
Guys, what if it's good?
What if it's
It could-
good?
what if
It
it's
could
good?
Be good.
That could
if
be
it's
It
good.
could be good.
What if someone gets a flame tongue rapier?
Who would want one of those? I would.
Who wouldn't?
You are at 10 charges, my friend.
Woo!
Ooh,
Nice.
I'm
beautiful.
leaving. It's the name of my thing. I'm doing a pun. It's fun.
Okay.
Alright.
And he's like, I don't know. I've never. So someone, you said your bat saw it coming and now it's gone.
It was coming fast. Then it vanished.
Zooming in camera.
And he just says,
I pull Hamish out.
okay. And he goes, I wouldn't trust your bat.
Why not?
I don't know. I just don't feel good about it.
All right.
Might have taken over your bat. It's a thing they do.
They can take over things. I put Hamish away.
Rick, 2 more charges. Guess what's happening, folks?
Oh no!
There it is.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone got a D30 handy? Like a physical one for funsies?
For physical? No, my dice are at 10s.
Ah, okay.
My D30's upstairs.
Yeah, that's
Do
right.
you have a D30, Sean?
I don't think so.
Mine's next door, so I can just go grab it because it's not in my box. So I don't typically need it. So, good, bad, weird. We've got a reliquary tip, folks.
Ooh.
Let's find out what's going to happen. So first,
Oh boy.
we need
Oh
to
boy, oh
determine,
boy.
is it good, bad, or weird? So, we've changed this like a million different times. How does it work?
1, 2 good, 3, 4 bad, 5, 6 weird this time.
Okay, who's rolling it?
Sean should.
Why?
Sean should.
Because he rolls low on D6s.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
Metagaming this.
I always roll weird.
5, yes.
So it's weird now, right?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
I mean,
weird.
it could still be a good weird. Or
It
like
could
an
be a good
indifferent weird.
I feel like it's gonna be bad.
Let me pull up. I don't feel like I should roll the D30. I feel like somebody
I
should
can run upstairs and grab mine.
either that or go on the internet and just do it.
Oh, maybe
I
we could
could
do that
internet
too.
one.
All right, just do the internet one then.
All right. I'm the leader, so I'm gonna roll.
Works for me.
Yep. Sounds good.
13. Sean's.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me make sure I'm reading the right one. Because I forgot that the line
Yeah.
is
one
not
off.
the thing.
Okay.
did I do?
Oh,
Why did you do this to us?
Oh boy. For a second it could have been pretty interesting. Which would have just been like I don't want to give away what I thought it was because it's funnier if people don't know.
I've already
Fair enough.
forgotten almost everything I've written. So,
I know.
I remember some. I have no idea where number-wise they might
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Okay.
be.
You guys hear as if something is moving real fast coming from the other direction.
Toward us?
Yeah, coming right towards you.
Oh god.
Whoa.
And you
I'm ready in
hear
action.
screaming.
Ah!
And
I-
it's coming running and it gets closer and closer and it sounds like children, babies crying.
Ah.
Terrifying.
Oh god.
And before you guys can even prepare, like 35 ostriches come running through, but the ostriches have the heads of human babies crying and screaming. And they come like, ah! They're like big ostrich necks flailing around as they come like running through the camp, screaming. And then like the horses are terrified. And like the horses, who's on their horse?
I'm
my
definitely
chariot.
I'm
my
on my
dog.
horse.
All right, yeah, your chariot, Rick, just takes fucking just the horse just fucking starts taking off. It's terrified. Yeah, and basically all of the horses they all split different directions because this is absolutely terrifying.
Never split the
God.
group.
And it's mixed in with like ostrich honking. It's like just bawling baby, and it's just like, "Ah," and they're like,
So
and then
upsetting.
they run into the group and they're just like they're getting all distracted and their big ostrich legs are kicking around and like stirring up the dirt. And Ash is like, "Dear God, what is this?"
Why?
This is a terrible world.
I don't
This
know.
seems like
Why
your
is this
fault.
happening?
Ah,
Why are they like this?
ah, ah, ah. All right, so
I'm gonna try and animal handle Dorito to get him to stop running.
I would like to do that also with
I
my
would
horse.
like to do that with my horse, which has yet to be named.
Okay, everybody can make animal handling checks.
I got a 13.
I am pretty pleased.
I got a 14.
Okay.
11 plus.
Still better than Clyde.
Yeah, animal handling plus 6. All right, cool. I got a 17.
All right. So you guys all split off in different directions. You are able to stop your chariot after a little ways there, Rick. But your dog, your Mastiff Oz, and your horse, Wildfire, this was too much for their little horse hearts to take and dog heart to take, and they just fucking beat feet away. So like they run for like a while and you eventually get to calm them, but you are now in the Misty Forest amongst the trees, each of you alone.
Ah.
Oh, this is bad.
shit.
Okay,
this is
where
bad.
are Ash and Wave?
They actually both managed to stay their horses, so they're together.
Okay, so can I head back to them?
You know the general direction of where you went.
Okay.
So you
Alright.
think with relative ease, Rick, you probably didn't go too far, but the further you get off of this game trail, the thicker and thicker the mist gets.
Ooh, I head straight back.
You can make me a
Yeah.
survival check, Rick.
Ah, this I'm less good at. Oh. Oh, actually, I'm really good at it right now. That will be a 22.
Okay. You eventually make your way back to Wave, and Wave is just like, He like
Whoa.
just throws the joint on the ground and like stomps it out. And he's like, I don't know, man. Did you guys see that?
The fucking ostrich is with baby heads?
Oh, and he's like, okay, and he picks the joint back up.
Yes, I did.
And he's just
okay.
like,
So,
Okay.
Ash, what the fuck, man? You did not warn us about anything.
he
You
goes,
said,
I've never seen anything like that. Is that normal where you come from?
no, it's not normal at all.
Okay. That was pretty fucking weird.
So fucking weird. Let's go find those guys quick.
And he's
before
just
things
like,
happen.
yeah, he's like, I didn't even see which way they went. That was insane.
Well, maybe me and Wave can track them down.
Maybe, yeah. So meanwhile,
Oh no.
Wildfire, you hear something making, you hear like something's approaching you,
Okay.
like making its way towards you through the mist.
I'm ready in action in case it seems hostile.
Okay. So a couple minutes later, you hear Wildfire. Wildfire, is that you?
Who's that?
Says it's me. It's Oz. I got so lost. It's so crazy with all these. What the hell were those things?
Question.
Yes.
Do I observe whether he's on his dog or not?
Well, eventually he comes through the mists, and yeah, it seems like Oz on a dog.
All right.
And he's just like, "Oh my god, did you? I've never seen babies.
That was
with, like,
insane.
what was that? That reminds
I don't
me
know.
of some of the other crazy things that we've seen, but like that's a new one for me.
That's a whole new level of crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was. Boy, Dorito here is having a really hard time dealing with it, but thankfully I got him under control, and hopefully we can get back to everybody. This is a fucking scary forest. I want to leave.
Well, let's go find him.
Like it's like looking in a mirror.
And he's like, all right, well, I don't really remember which way we came. Do you remember which way it was? I got really
remember?
turned around.
Do I remember?
You can make me a survival check.
Ooh. Ted, Oz, and Rick both have trinkets.
I
by
see.
the way.
Just keep
Okay, cool.
keep me honest on that. I'll have you guys
Sure.
roll.
I would like
Alright.
to use a charge, please.
Okay.
We got him.
All right, let's use your charge real quick here.
Oh, that's a little better, but still not great.
Okay. You know what you get?
13.
Okay. You know what? I'll do the trinkets now. I'll increase the suspense here. So Oz, you got to do a D50, and Rick's a D42.
All right. 28.
Okay.
29.
Okay.
Ah.
Rick, you find what would you prefer, a pot or a pan?
Oh.
For
A
your ladle.
pan. A pan.
You get an iron pan whose handle never gets hot.
Ooh, that is very useful.
And you got a 29 there, Oz?
Yep.
This is a tankard with a false bottom.
Nice.
That is a perfect thing for hide poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's just like, all right, well, I'll follow your lead, Wildfire. I don't know. If you think I really am so I'm just so little.
I know, Wells. I know. All right. Well, I mean, let's, I guess, try maybe that direct. I think I came from that direction. Do we see any, like, well, I guess that would have been my survival check. I was going to say to, like, see the horse tracks of where we came from.
The mist is so thick you can't even see the floor.
Oh, Oz, you should lead. You just got those fancy glasses that let you lead, go through the smoke.
That's right. I forgot. I should put those on. He puts on
All
some
right, we'll lead the
goggles.
way there, partner.
And he's just like, all right, here we go. And he will start to move.
What's I supposed to do, man?
No, I understand. I'm watching the movie of you make this decision.
Oh man, I'm the first one dead in a horror movie.
Oh, don't say that.
But
And now Celine's playing as Clyde.
And he says, you guys travel for like, he leads you off and he's like, I think it's this way. Let's go this way. And he starts leading you in the direction that you pointed for a little while. And then he stops and he like looks around a little bit and he's like, He's like, well, and he gets down and he like looks, or he like peers down off the back of Dorito at the ground since he can see through the fog and the smoke, and he says, well, I see some tracks going this way, so I think we got to go this way. And he leads you to the right.
all right.
So you guys continue off that way.
I'm gonna send Burb to like try to find the group out ahead of us.
Okay. So you send Burb off. Do you look through Burb's eyes or you just send Burb off?
No, I'll just send Burb off.
Okay. So, Oz has you traveling for about, like 15, 20 minutes. And he's just like,
how long were we riding away from the babies?
You were only riding away from the babies for like a minute or two. Like,
this seems like an awful long way to be traveling.
And he's like, yeah, I don't know where I thought this was the way we're going. The tracks look like they go this way, but I don't know where it's. This forest is really weird.
Yeah.
I just want to sleep in a wagon, man. This is why I don't. This is why I sleep in the wagon. Other people have to deal with this shit.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if any of my items can help. I don't know if they can. There's nothing with the Veilguard ring, right?
You can teleport back to the Veilguard Spire.
Bye. No.
If you need to, I mean.
So he stops and he's just like, I don't know.
Okay, well maybe if I start burning things, they'll find the fire.
He goes, well, I mean, you burning things seems to work every other time we try it, so why not?
That seems questionable.
That sounds a lot like Oz, though.
It's fair. All right, well,
you do you. So what are you doing exactly? I'm just.
I don't want to waste spell slots, so I'm gonna just like create bonfire by some trees.
Okay, I would like you to make a wild magic surge roll for your create bonfire.
All right. Well, and it's gonna be multiple, so I'm gonna have to do this multiple times.
I know.
Okay, so first one, I'm good.
How many bonfires does it take?
A couple. It'll take.
Yeah, I was gonna say a few.
We'll say.
Oh, no, I was gonna do like 5.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say 5.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so good. Good. Good, but barely.
What number are you on?
I'm on the last roll. Oh, you mean roll or counter?
Number.
Oh, the number is 6 right now.
Oh, okay.
And I got a 2.
There it is. All right, let's see what happens. I'm gonna need you to roll a percentile.
Of course. 13.
13?
Yep. The luckiest of numbers.
Okay. All right. So either Sean or Jake, I would like you to roll, and we're gonna roll.
Ooh.
Yes.
Can I be casting these out of my wand gun so that?
Yeah, sure.
So it's like a flare gun.
Yeah, why not? I like it.
Try to get them to hear and see.
Take that, Dumbledore.
Yeah. I would like one of the two of you to roll. So it has to be generated at random, and I would like we got to figure out what role we're doing. It's either going to be Oz here or Wildfire. So how are we going to determine randomly which one?
Flip a coin.
Wait. Yeah,
Okay. Does somebody want to
Roll
flip a coin?
D2.
I got a
Okay.
D2.
Okay, you roll a
Alright, do
D2.
it.
Pick which one's Ember, which one's Oz.
Wildfire.
Wildfire.
Oz is 1, Wildfire's 2.
What?
2.
All right.
Ah.
Wildfire, all of your clothes are burnt off.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, do I not my witch's hat?
No, not your
It
witch's
is-
hat or your elven
is
chain,
like-
but you have no more pants.
Ah.
And then a thunderclap goes off as your thunder pants have been revealed.
Oh, no. Do we hear that?
Oh, yeah, that's another sound. Do I still have my cape of billowing?
Yeah, the cape is still, it's magic.
So, like, anything that's magic is good.
Yeah.
Well, that's embarrassing.
And he's
Ah.
like,
Oz, turn around. Don't look at me. I'm
and he's,
indecent. Wrap the
it's
cape
like-
around me like.
It's still trying to billow a little, though.
yeah, it's trying to, I mean, no, you can choose to make it not billow if you want.
Fight against the billow.
Can you imagine just wearing chainmail without anything underneath that?
It's
Yeah.
very uncomfortable and cold.
Ah.
Yeah.
Especially
I could just
in a Misty
imagine-
Forest.
I just imagine how
seen-
bad, like, your nipple could get caught in the chain.
Oh no!
Like,
yeah,
that's-
that could be
Roll
So
for
bad.
did you
nipples.
want pierced nipples or no?
Did you say roll for nipples? Don't roll a 1, I guess?
Roll for nipples, Celine.
18.
Wait, really?
Weird.
Yeah.
I guess tieflings are like cats in Evrand.
Like
14,
demons.
14,
Oh, I was
two
kidding.
levels,
I
seven.
not gonna make you roll for nipples.
That's
It's only for eyes we roll in this game. Roll for eyes. Don't roll a 1. 1.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
it. It's a trap.
guess you have one eye.
Look at that.
So yeah, you wrap your cloak of billowing around you to kind of hide yourself from Oz now that you have no pants or shoes.
Keep my
Or
eyes on him though.
you have your
sure
thunder
he doesn't look at
pants on.
Thank you.
I mean, just for the record, Oz is gay. He doesn't give a shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I'm still uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's fair. Like, you could be uncomfortable, but, like, stop throwing that, like, toxic masculinity shit at Oz. He don't give
Yeah.
a shit.
Not only
Hey.
that, I mean, we literally talked about him getting a male prostitute
We did.
earlier today.
We did.
To swallow his soul, whatever that means.
We all know what that means.
Oh.
No.
So while this is happening, Oz,
Yeah, what do I do?
while this is happening, you hear hoofbeats coming through, and it's seemingly coming in your direction. It's a way off, and you just hear like multiple times just being like, ho there, travelers, just coming through the woods, just like. And eventually you see coming through the smoke is Wildfire, just like looking off in directions and just shouting ho there.
You don't have to say that.
But like
Everyone.
I'm a traveler and I'm saying ho there to other travelers to let them know that I'm also traveling.
That actually, yeah, that checks out.
So when he says it, it's not ridiculous.
no, meaning that sounds like something you would say.
Yeah. It's still ridiculous. It's
That rings
just
true.
That rings true.
All right.
just well, I don't really know what did you that was really weird.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. We gotta.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe what I should do is I should just set a whole bunch of fires and see if they can see the fire, and that'll bring them all to us. What do you think?
That was literally my idea 2 hours ago.
Well, I you know what? I mean, I'm glad that I thought of it.
All right, yeah. If that's what you fucking want to do. No, let's, because again, we're at half speed. So if they come and they're angry, we have less people. So this is not the time for that move. We gotta find Rick first.
Well, all right.
He's the one with the rations.
That's fair. Do you know which way they went? I can't really. Can you see through this fog with your magic things you just got?
Yeah, of course.
That would work out great because I am all sorts of turnaround.
All right. What's I'm gonna make a
Survival check.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I'm gonna lucky. Oh, that's better. Still not great, but a 14.
Okay, so you think it's vaguely that way,
All right.
based on the tracks that you could see.
Again, that way, maybe? I don't know.
And she's like, "Well, all right, lead the way, Sugar Cube."
All right, let's go.
This is so much fun because they both picked accents that I can do.
I don't think we have an accent you can.
That's true. Out of the 4 characters here, they're all ones that I can swing, which works out pretty well for me.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it's too metagamey because like you're talking to me, so I have an idea of what's happening as a player. But Ash did warn us.
He literally said, "Look out, it might be people you know."
Yeah. So I'm going to, and since Celine was such a dedicated role player, I feel like I can get away with this. I am going to pull out a the warp blade. And when she's not paying attention, because I know that we got temporary hit points from Ash, I'm a stabber.
Okay. All right. So you pull out the warp blade and then you stab Wildfire here, huh?
Yep.
I guess make an attack roll.
She can heal herself. Would it be safe to say that she's surprised by this, so I would have advantage?
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm surprised by this.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Aw.
All right. It's gonna be a 25.
All right, yeah, that's gonna hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. Are you sneak attacking her?
I am not sneak attacking.
Okay.
And this is a magic dagger, but it's not. It doesn't have any pluses. It's just like a regular old.
Sure,
oh no,
sure.
it's +1. I'm
Okay.
wrong. So that is going to be 7 damage.
Okay, 7 damage. And she says, "Ow! Oh, why are you stabbing me?" She goes, "Are you one of those demon things that Ash was telling us about?"
Oh no, that was me checking to see if you were one, because remember what happened on the way in?
She goes, "Of course I remember what happened on the way in. Why are you asking me that? I feel like you don't trust me."
I feel like you don't trust me.
You just stabbed me.
Yeah, I did. That was me.
I've got
Right,
Jake rolling him.
You passed the test. You happy?
I'm sorry. Oh.
You stabbed me. I was like, damn. I can't beat that much. I can't just do that.
A little bit.
Oh man, I need a second to recover from that. Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were one of the things, and I knew that, you know, on the way in we got the temporary hit points. You know the way we get temporary hit points, and then it's gonna be fine. I just
She's
tried
like,
it.
"Yeah, but like you stabbed me right in the wherever you stabbed me." I don't know where you stabbed her. Where?
But,
In the butt?
yeah, it's a meaty area. She'll be fine. I know I'm not gonna hit any carotid arteries there.
Right in the butt.
Yeah, I mean it was there. It's my stabbing height.
Fair.
All right, yeah. So yeah, follow.
All right.
I mean,
I get.
come on, Dorito, let's go.
All right. And she will continue to follow you on your path. We're gonna jump back over to you, Wildfire. And you're there.
I'm taking a quick peek. I don't
Yeah, you're currently wrapped up in your cloak because you are only wearing whatever your underpants are.
My thunder pants.
Your thunder pants.
I want
That
them to
sound
like,
off.
like lightning bolts on them.
Yeah, let's
Little
just
storm clouds.
let's just remind you, underpants that rumble when revealed, showing all that you share them with, that you make the bedroom rumble just like the battlefield.
Yep.
That is what the trinket says.
And I think you described them as grandma underpants.
No, I
Very
didn't.
comfy was what I think we
Very
discussed.
comfy.
Yeah, I said comfy pants.
Yep, I personally took that as grandma panties
Well, I
with
did not.
ruffles.
I think there was lace. I think lace was involved. I think.
I don't think so.
Did you not say lace? I thought I remember hearing that.
I think I
Maybe
just said
made
like nice, like a nice pair of underpants, man. That like pure cotton.
that. Sure, why not?
Oh yeah, you said me undies. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
like
right.
MeUndies.
Yes.
Think like a MeUndies pair of underpants. But with,
Also,
like, little storm clouds
decoy.
and little lightning bolts. Going like,
Decoy. Glad you found the channel. I'm hoping I can help you learn more about D&D as well. All right, so yeah, and Oz is just like, well, this is awkward, but you know, you do you. Where would you want to? Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
I mean, like, I feel like at this point we're kind of. And he's like, I mean, sure, keep trying that. Maybe that'll work.
I don't know. Do I? Now that there's more light, can I find a path?
You can make me another survival check.
That's a little better. 22.
Okay, yeah, you definitely think you have an idea.
All right,
With the more light.
let's try this way.
All right. So you continue on this new heading. So does the totally real Wildfire have Thunderpants revealed? Well, no, Oz wouldn't know that the Thunderpants were revealed, so it wouldn't make any sense for that Wildfire to have no pants on. So you're traveling for a little while, Wildfire, leading Oz down the path that you think is the correct one. And let's see here. Okay. At one point, you hear me like, I don't know if we're really going the right way, and it sounds like it's right behind you, like Oz is right next to you. Like right behind your left shoulder.
And I'll look back.
And you see that, like, where Oz and Dorito were is like a weird amorphous kind of flesh blob, and there's a long 15-foot neck with Oz's face right next to you with like massive dagger teeth, and he bites into you. You can well, he's gonna bite you first. Because
well, then can I reaction shield?
You can try, but I'm gonna tell you that he rolled a natural 20, so you're not gonna shield him. And I will give you some damage here.
Hi.
And then I think...
Wait, what were our temporary hit points?
21.
Okay, thank you. Okay, damage.
Don't die.
10...
If I need to, I'll teleport.
Good.
I have it now.
40 points of damage.
Ooh.
40 points of necrotic damage. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You've been bit by a deadite.
Oh no.
Does Burb help with this saving throw?
I think she has advantage anyway.
Is it a magical spell or a magical effect?
Or poison? Sure. I'll give you that.
Yes,
Seems
I
like
have
it
it.
must be some sort of magic, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I would like to use a charge, please.
Here we go.
I would like to use another charge, please.
That's 2.
How many does she have?
She's got 3 left.
Okay.
Okay, come on. Come on. Why do I roll like garbage?
Okay, what you got?
We all roll like garbage.
Is that another charge?
All of my rolls have been under 10.
Oh
Ooh.
dear.
I guess.
Another charge? All right. That's 2 left. 1 left?
I gotta do it again.
All right. 1 left.
Oh no.
Thank you for the charges,
That one
Internet.
was better, but it's
Got 1 left.
like after this roll or
There's-
next. Okay, that one was better.
Okay.
18.
Ooh, hang on.
Oh no.
It was the highest I got.
18's pretty good. I'd have gone with it.
18 is the number.
Whoa.
Oof.
So you succeed. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Wee.
You avoided being possessed by a Deadite,
Good.
Good.
which is a
Good.
thing they
Good.
do when they bite people or stab them, but it's just bites for the purposes of this. So there's a
Fair.
weird, like,
Ooh, that was nerve-wracking.
I'm sorry,
Very
John,
nerve-wracking.
amalgamation thing with a 15-foot neck and Oz's face filled with razor-sharp teeth.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
Henrietta from Evil Dead 2,
Mm-hmm.
but like the dog and the and the halfling body are like the main body, and then Oz's face
Awesome.
on a 15-foot neck. Great.
Ew.
Yep. Ugh. Yeah, very, I'm sorry, John, Dead Spacey,
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Resident Evil style.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess really, in theory, I should just go with Evil Dead-y because that's what
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
what it is.
Evil
Yeah.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Um,
I've only seen the first one. so
I know.
Oh man.
Dude, they
Next
talk
week,
about it on the last
first
podcast.
move.
You 2 is all you need.
Yeah.
2 recaps 1. You could just skip 1, go straight to 2,
One's all I've
And
got.
That's true.
and then 3. Definitely 3. But
Yeah, definitely 3. But
One's all
obviously,
I've got to work on.
2 is the one with hand, right?
yeah.
yes.
I love
Okay,
hand.
well, we can all watch it together after this is all done. Okay.
Promise?
All right.
I promise.
Well,
Pinky
I'm gonna hold you
promise?
to that.
Yeah.
All right, good. I don't even. Yeah, I'll pinky promise. You guys go.
So wow,
Promise.
thank you, Internet, for what
Wow.
a crazy.
Thank you for the
wow,
charges,
it
otherwise
was
I would be
crazy.
dead.
Yeah, you guys.
yeah, you
literally
saved-
You literally
Wildfire.
saved one.
Wildfire has 1 charge
Ridiculous.
left, and it's only because of all of the generous donations that you made that we are even here, not having her be possessed to
Thank you,
come
Emma.
join. That would have been so good.
No.
Because then Oz and Wildfire could have made their way back to the rest of the party, and then Oz and Wildfire would have made their way back to the rest of the party,
Mhm.
and then it's who's the right one?
Yep.
But one is the right one, but they're the wrong one.
They're the right wrong ones.
Yeah, because then that Wildfire that's with Oz would have attacked you,
Oh, I will attack
and then
her
you
on
would
the
have
side.
fought her and killed her, and then that has to be the wrong Oz because they're together.
Ah. Well, we would know which one was the right wildfire anyway.
How would you
The
know
one that
that?
comes
When we
with no
saw one
pants?
wildfire with no pants, we'd be like, well, that's obviously.
Well,
that
yeah,
must
but
be the
she
real
would be the
Wildfire.
possessed one in this scenario.
Yes.
So
That's
that
true.
really just adds credence to that the real Oz is the wrong Oz.
Oh man.
Ah. That's okay. We don't
Man.
have to deal with this right now.
We don't. Next week.
Next week's problem.
This is
Yes.
next week's
This
problem.
is next week's problem.
I'm so sad Pat isn't here.
Yeah.
I don't know if Pat could handle ostrich baby heads.
It's possible. As long as the ostriches have regular nipples, it's okay.
They have inverted ostrich nipples.
God
Oh,
damn,
God.
inverted nibbles.
Nibbles. Oh my
Just like
goodness.
whales.
Just like
Just like
whales.
whales.
Oh, what a
Dolphins.
world
Huh?
we learned about that one night in Evil Game.
Oh, that was the funniest thing.
Yep.
I was
That was
could
my
not
favorite.
contain myself.
That
Well,
was my
you were on
favorite
fire
side
that night.
conversation.
I don't know what happened.
Anyway,
Ugh.
thank you, Internet, for coming along with us tonight. Thank you
Thank
for all of the
you.
donations. I think I have a credit thing set up, so we'll run that back here in just a little bit to thank you all for that.
Mhm.
And then Decoy, do I have any Pathfinder content? No, only 5e. Pathfinder 1 is too similar to 3.5, and it obviously got so bloated that they made it 2. And I don't know, I just haven't had a need to really. I have nothing against Pathfinder. I just 5e is kind of it's the most popular and it's what I've been playing for the longest and feel the most comfortable in outside of like 3.5. We offered Pat a couple options. We'll just it's up to him whether or not he wants to join. I think it's just easier for him. And it's easier for all of us when we just play in person. But
Yeah.
the state of the world leaves us where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat doesn't have the right equipment to really be able to stream.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll continue on our journey. Hopefully the party will find Clyde and not be killed by Deadites in the forest. They do have the #1 expert on dismantling them with them.
Well, half the party does.
Half the party does. Thank you,
Yeah.
Internet, for that reliquary tip. It just made everything so, like,
Perfect.
it was going to be really
Yeah.
hard to make it a good Evil Dead scenario
If
with
we all
everybody
stood
in a group
together.
like that.
Mhm.
Yup.
And they're not stupid, so they're not going to split up. But you made that happen.
Yeah. But
Thank
you
you,
also
Internet.
saved Wildfire's life.
With all the
Give it and
charges,
take it
yes.
away, man.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. Well,
Wow.
thank you all so much again. Keep an eye on the YouTube. I have so many videos. I think I edited 2 more. I'm not going to release them tonight, I don't think. But if you're unaware, check out my more recent video about how Dungeons & Dragons is releasing free content every day on the internet. Today, they released the entirety of Lost Minds of Phandelver for free for you to download because we're all stuck inside, and you should be able to play D&D with some people, even if it's all online. So get a whole
Fucking
starter
awesome.
set adventure
Yeah.
for free.
Nice.
That's so cool.
So, anyway, we will see you guys next week. Be sure to come out tomorrow to catch me as a player in our Rod of 7 Parts campaign. And again, be sure you take a look at Ash's character sheet. It's pretty wild. I really like the animated frame he has. It's pretty sweet. Anyway, we'll see you all next week. Have a great night.
Night, 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 night.
Bye.
Mwah.